Hey, my name is Guerric, and tonight we are sampling John Company 2nd Edition by Cole Worley and Really Good Games. It's Really Wednesday, my dudes. We're doing 1710 The Early Company scenario because we are teaching Pat how to play. Which, speaking of, hi Pat.
Hello.
We're also joined by Lily.
Now.
What?
You said hi dudes, so I'm a dude now.
Oh. Dude is gender neutral.
Exactly, I'm a dude now.
And Luke.
I just love how Pat Russo, sounds so anxious about this. He's just like, hi.
It's gonna be great.
I see the shark swimming beneath me. It's fine.
Everything's fine. For those of you tuning in who are regulars, there have been some updates. As you can see, there's a new map of the board. It looks nice and pretty. And there's also a handful of rules updates, which I'm just going to mention real quick on the top before I teach Pat, so you guys can not have to filter through a full teach. Big thing, there's a consequence of company failure deck. When the company fails at the end of the game, you draw these, and it's just a random bad event, basically. Double checking the list. Crisis events are now a little simpler to resolve. They resolve entirely on like a one region to one region basis. It's a lot cleaner, and you should just follow the rulebook. I'm not going to read the full rulebook for you there. There's now a weird writer boost mechanism where if there's enough empty writer spots, you get to place extra writers. Death checks now happen on every invasion, but deaths only occur on 6s. And then there's some stuff with firms, which are not part of 1710, obviously, but there's no more manager bonus. And what was the big thing?
How they do dividend stuff is different, but I don't know
Yeah.
if we need to go through it on this right now. We could do it next week or whatever.
We'll save it for a firm stream. But the core thing is that dividends pay out a little differently to help incentivize payouts better. It's cool. I like it. If you watched last week, you saw that hidden interests were replaced with blackmail cards. That continues to be true, and they were buffed and made better. And then I mentioned the failure events. And that's basically it. So, all that aside, let's actually get into a teach for Pat's sake. Pat, this is John Company. Welcome. We are. This is basically a game about the East Indian Trade Company in the 1700s and early 1800s, and its conquest of India. We are playing as British families who are seeking employment in the company and using it to gain, prestige and wealth for our family, basically. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's going to play out as a sort of negotiation dice game. So lots of trading and making deals and doing all that to sort of make bets and roll dice and hope things go well for us.
And also watches the
it never go well.
It'll never go well.
Never goes well. We always roll poorly. We are probably the worst rollers in the history of John Company.
It's really
a good test. It's a good test subject for Cole to watch. I think he probably uses this as the worst luck ever.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good bad for the extreme ends of the extreme spectrum.
The game is very, very procedural. You'll notice on the map there's sort of this ribbon going around the outside edge, and that is actually the sort of phase sequence of each round. So the game will be 5 rounds for the 1710 scenario, potentially fewer if the game ends early, which can happen. And each round will go through this ribbon one by one, starting with London season, then families, firms, hiring, and then on to these different offices, chairman, director of trade, et cetera, et cetera. And in each one, we'll resolve some stuff. So we're going to do a bit of a rolling teach because of that, because it's really easy to just roll through the game and teach stuff as it comes up. But I'm going to give you some more groundwork before we actually do that.
Perfect.
So I mentioned that we're sort of seeking employment in the company, and you can think of these spots on the map as various employment opportunities in the company. And we fill them with our family pieces, these sort of discs here. While they're in an office, that means that we control that office. We'll take the action for that office when it comes up in the sequence. And eventually, our piece will retire, and we'll hope to spend money to put it into one of these. I always forget the official term. Reward? What is it?
Houses.
Houses, sure. There's a proper name for these, and I can't remember what it is, but they're victory points in short. The number in the top right here is their victory point value, and that'll increase your prizes. That sounds right? I think that's right.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah. And that'll increase you on the victory point track up here. They also have a cost to take them and an upkeep cost, and we'll go over all of that more later. Yeah, Mutuku, we are the villain in this game. Because, yeah, in addition to the company ribbon and our places in it, there is, of course, this map of India, which sort of plays out as almost like a little area control route building mini game that the company
We never do anything good
into.
for India.
Yeah.
It makes me feel very conflicted.
I love how you're saying minigame when it takes up half the board. Okay,
Right.
continue.
So,
It just has gotten bigger as the game.
Yeah.
If you look at any
So-
development, it started off very small.
yeah. It's actually it's sort of a running joke because the first edition of this game, India was abstracted into like a card dice system. Like it didn't have a board presence at all. And then for second edition, like Luke said, there was first a tiny little version on the map, and then it got bigger, and now it's half the friggin' board.
It's gonna be the whole board by the end of this.
It is. But anyway, it represents revenue in India, like profitable locations, which we will fill by sailing to India, making a dice check, and placing writers on open spots to gain that much money for the company, and some for ourselves, and stuff like that. And if a spot's closed, we can't fill it. And then every round during the events phase, this elephant will sort of march around and do bad things. I think that's the basic summary. I should also mention, like I said, this is a negotiation game. Almost everything is tradable. We could trade money. We can trade shipyards, workshops, luxuries. We can trade blackmail prestige cards. We can trade. We can trade our. What are these called? Promissory notes. These cards here exist for the explicit purpose of sweetening deals. They do nothing for you while you hold them, but when you trade them to somebody else, they can cash them in for whatever power it has on it. So you can basically leverage, hey, I'll give you my 2 or less, and then at some future point, that player can cash that in to take $2 from you into their treasury. So you'll maybe make deals about when they're allowed to cash that in and stuff. And hopefully they're nice and will agree.
Can you trade prizes?
Prizes. You cannot trade prizes.
Thank you.
These over here.
I just wanted to state it out loud.
Yep. You cannot trade offices. Pretty much anything like this, like the office or prize that's very rigid and hard to get into, cannot be traded. Are you following me so far?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything I need to go over before we just dive in? I'm trying to think.
I think we can go over how the dice rolling like goals work when we get to one, like the director of trade or something like that.
I don't know if it's necessary to mention how the dice resolution actually works now. So maybe, do you have any questions right off the top, like that are general, vague, like macro level before we get into the actual game, Pat?
I don't think so. I mean, it's kind of straightforward so far because we haven't really gotten to details.
Yeah.
I guess actually one thing is, are deals binding? If I say I give you the 2 or less under these conditions that you can use them in, If those decisions never come up, can you just do it anyway?
Yeah, so deals are binding if they are immediate, if the terms of the agreement are immediate. If they are not immediate, then they are non-binding. So if it was like, I'll do this if you do that, like it's the exact same time, that's binding. But if it's, in a turn, don't use my 2 for less after I sail or something, that's not technically binding. Okay. What's up, Lily?
Someone asked what that card was.
Oh, Crit 1 Callens. This is just the Commander Aid, Player Aid card. I just put it up here because there's no reason for it not to be like near the map, so someone can read it.
Is it just to help for the people who are in the commander positions?
Yep. It just helps for Commander.
Okay.
It's just a Player Aid. Okay.
Let's start this thing.
Yeah, let's start this. So for the first round, we skip London season, but on future rounds, Pat, this is where we're going to roll for attrition, which means each of our offices is going to roll a d6, and on a 5 or 6, that office will retire, at which point we'll purchase prizes. We'll go over that, when we get to it next round. But at the top of the round, that's basically where we maybe lose positions in the company and buy victory points.
Got it.
So for the first round, we start with families, the family phase. Beginning with the chairman and then going clockwise in turn order, we're going to take any one of the 6 actions listed on our family board. They're the same for all the families. They're just the 6 actions that we can take. Whatever action you take, you're going to put this opportunity token on it. And if you take the same action next round, whatever action has your opportunity token on it, you will get to take it twice. So in that way, there is incentive and benefit for taking the same action from round to round. That makes sense. So going through the actions real quick, the first 2 are real simple. Enlist writer. You will just take 1 writer, which are these, or 1 family piece, your little discs, and you will place it in any one of the 3 presidencies over here. And you would do that because it will get you some money if it's used to trade with, and it will eventually get promoted up, perhaps into the presidency, and maybe from there into something else, work its way up the company. Next is enlist officer, which is very similar. You'll just take a family piece and put it in this officers in training box, and then whoever is head of military affairs will assign it to one of the 3 armies, at which point it will be used for invading India or imposing order, things like that. That clear so far?
Yep.
Okay. The third one is seek share. We have shares in the company represented by this court of directors, including the chairman. The chairman also counts as a share in addition to these ones over here. Shares matter because they help us vote for whoever is the chairman once the chairman's seat is vacated. And if the company has enough profit to pay out dividends, it'll pay out to people who have shares. So the way seeking shares works is when you take the action, you'll take a family piece and put it on any of these spots up here if it's open. You'll pay however many pounds are listed on the spot. If the company, that's all it does there. But then later in the hiring phase, what'll happen is we'll check if the company has any debt. For each point of debt, we will absorb the next share in waiting in sequence into the court of directors. So let's say we had 1 debt at the start of the hiring phase. We would absorb this 1. We would null that 1 debt. We no longer have any. So this one would not be absorbed to the court of directors. And then we would bump everything up as far as possible so that it's immediately absorbed next time there's debt.
Got it. So the first person can buy it for 2. The second person can, whoever's for they want to buy it, or do you have to buy it?
You can buy whatever spot you want to buy if you want to, jump up in priority if you think that there's going to be a run on shares.
Is there? I don't. Did you go over how many shares can be bought in per round?
I mentioned that it's a debt. It's for each debt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wasn't sure said that one or not, because I know that's something I always forget.
Okay, after Seek Share, there is Buy a Shipyard. And these next three all work basically the same. They allow you to purchase shipyards, luxuries, and workshops, or they're the other way around on the board. Workshops and luxuries, which are these three things up here. Shipyards are ships. They give you ships, and ships can be purchased by the company, which increases their capability for sailing. And while you have a shipyard with a ship that is, purchased by the company, you'll see it has that little black circle with a 1 in it. That means it's giving you an income of 1 while that symbol is showing. Shipyards are also worth 1 vote when we get to the parliament phase and we vote on laws. Purchasing a shipyard costs £3, £3. And then there's something to do with power, which we'll talk about later, but yeah, it's not relevant now. So like shipyards, there's also workshops and luxuries, which are very similar. Workshops cost 5. They give you 2 votes. They'd have just an income of 1 period. Nothing has to be done to get that income.
Right.
And if the company fails, which we haven't talked about, but if its standing ever drops all the way down to this fail spot, it's going to trigger company failure and end the game. If so, the workshop is worth 1 victory point.
Okay.
And then finally, luxuries are worth £4. They are worth 2 victory points, no strings attached. And they have 1 little window icon, which means they are subject to window taxes, which are something that come up in the Parliament meets phase. The only other thing that has window taxes really are these prizes over there. Okay, so those are the 3 shipyard, workshop, luxury actions. And that's basically it. Like I said, whichever action you took on the previous round will have your opportunity token, so you'll take it twice, which means you could buy 2 shipyards or 2 workshops if you bought one this round and then did it again next round. Or 2 writers. You get the idea. That's the family phase. So, Luke, you're chairman, which means you're first to go.
I know. I'll buy a workshop. We'll start it out like that.
Wow, imagine having money. All right, Lily?
Okay.
Gorky, we'll get there when we get there. We're doing a rolling teach.
Gonna do something.
Oh, the
weird.
company failure cards. I mentioned them at the start. You just get a random event when the company fails, and it's just randomly bad for some people.
I'm gonna buy a ship.
Okay. All right, Pat, it's to you.
I guess this comes down to is this I don't know where it's good to invest at the moment because I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
no. So,
cool. I understand all these things; they make sense, but why?
Right.
So, Pat,
You don't know
if
the
you're
why.
wanting to go, okay, so things that are normally towards the company, like helping the company, are ships and riders, and usually somewhat against the company are factories and officers. Now that's not
Workshops
a
and
pure,
officers.
workshops and officers. And then luxuries are just a straight victory point buy. So if you're I just want to buy victory points and I want to pay upkeep, that's what those are. And so the more of those of officers and writers you're getting into the company, it gives you more chances of being hired later on to be a part of the company, while your ships and your shipyards and your workshops are very much to get you consistent money across the game.
I think that going into writers is generally not the worst of choices because it can help get money from fulfilling orders as well.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I'm looking at your position, Pat. I think there's basically 3 things that are good for you. Either getting some writers out, because, you don't have any writers. And while you do have a couple positions in the company, if you were to retire those next round, you're not going to have anybody to promote up. Or you could go to the military, because military tends to make more money than writers do. and if you want to make money. And if you get enough officers, you can maybe take over armies and be in charge of of how much money you're making if you're making money.
Now,
Or
okay, yep, go ahead.
just quick third option. Or you could just buy a workshop because it's a passive income of 1. The sooner you buy it, the sooner you get that income. It's potentially a VP and it's 2 votes.
Yeah, I guess what I don't understand fully is like what the 2 positions I have seem to have stuff to do with writers.
You won't go
Right.
wrong if you do writers.
And then also boats, but I already have 2 of those, so I don't think I need a third one, right?
The thing about these is you should think about them as they do stuff with the writers and boats that the company has, basically. They don't really care what you have, per se.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Personally, I would probably take a workshop in your position because it's hard to go wrong with a workshop. Like
That's what I was thinking too, just because I can afford to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Makes sense to me. All right.
The only reason I went with a ship over a workshop is because I control the ships right now.
Yeah, I only have $4, unfortunately. I would love to buy a workshop, but I can't. I thought buying a shipyard was just a nice, easy pick, but then Lily also picked shipyard. So now I'm worried about not getting fitted. But I think you probably still will. I mean, Luke, are you gonna toss money into shipping? What do you think?
Do you want the company to have ships to make money to stay alive?
I think right now, yeah. I don't see why not.
And it's only $1, considering 2 ships is what, $3 per fitting?
Yeah, no, it should be. We'll have enough money. I'm not worried.
I'm in a weird position.
Yeah. If you had any other things already, like any other structures already, I would maybe not be like totally for it, but you don't. So I'm cool with playing nice for like a round.
Yeah, because I have no votes right now. This sucks. My position sucks. I'm just gonna enlist an officer. We're just gonna start the military parade. I think. I need money. That's how you get money. All right, that's the family phase. We would do the firms phase if we were playing 1813, or if we were deregulated in 1758, but we're not playing 1710, so we just skip firms and we go to hiring. So Pat, in hiring, this is where we would check if there are any vacant offices in the company, if anybody had retired or things like that, at which point we would resolve them in sequence. The sequence being listed on the cards. You can see Director of Trade is 2, so we would do 2 and then 5 or whatever. Nothing's vacant on the first turn, so we just go straight to the chairman, who's going to determine where to allocate the company's funds for the round, for the purpose of resolving trade and all that stuff. We're doing the planning of what we theoretically are going to do this round. So Luke, what you thinking?
Trying to think how much we actually need to take.
It's a good question. So what?
This 5's going away because I definitely want to put 5 into Pat's Director of Trade office.
Makes sense. So what that reveals right there, Pat, is this is sort of the company's treasury down here at the very bottom of the map. And we started with 5 funds. And then Luke is now considering whether he wants to take on debt, which he can take 3 debt.
3 debt without asking.
Yeah, 3 debt, just right off the bat. Each one's worth £5 for the company. And then he could take additional debt with the consent of the court of directors.
And that's a 50% consent?
It is a true majority, as I recall. You need at least you need at least 51% of the court of directors.
Okay.
Taking 1 debt. Going to £5. And then I will put that 5 into shipping. And I don't think I need to give any more. Take any more debt.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't typically need a lot turn 1.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so he's allocated all of the company funds. It's on to the next one, which is Director of Trade.
Yeah.
All right, Pat. So Director of Trade is fairly simple. You have 2 things you do in order. First, you may take an envoy action. And what an envoy action does is you can spend as much of this treasury as you want. So you have £5 to spend right now. And for each pound you spend, that will give you 1 die to roll. And then you roll all the die that you paid for. And if you have any 1s or 2s, the roll is a success. And with a success, you can open any 1 closed order in India.
Okay.
Or you could open the Trade in China, Superintendent of Trade in China office, which it's another office that makes money like these presidencies, and you probably should not do it turn 1. So
how we roll dice is how everyone rolls dice. You're effectively, the more you spend for it, the better odds you have because you have more chances of getting a 1 or a 2.
Yep.
Makes sense.
3 and 4s are nothing happens, but then a 5 and a 6
are failure. Yes.
Yep.
So what are they're just universally the same for failure.
So
right?
if I get 1-1, the rest doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. If you get a single 1, then the roll is a success. None of the other die matter. If you were to only roll 5s and 6s, you would suffer catastrophic failure. I'm pretty sure I'm not lying here. You would
get fired.
You would get fired from the company position. No retirement. You just vacate the office.
The very first roll on the very first time we played John Company, which was 1st edition, I catastrophically failed. It was a good start.
Okay, well, I see what you mean by die with the dice. Jesus.
Yep.
Okay,
Just
so in this
expect the
case,
dice to hate you, and you'll be fine.
so in this case, it would be a good idea to open up somewhere to open. Like if I was to open up, say this one, it would open up a lot more room for everyone to do stuff. Like that would be
even more.
It's
That
also a
specific
7.
spot is one of the most valuable on the map. So that is
They
the
actually
one.
have the little thingies next to them
They do.
now.
They do,
Oh
yeah.
my god, that's amazing.
Okay.
Sorry.
My other question is how does that benefit me, or is that just benefit?
It's benefiting
No, not
the
me as a
company.
person.
It's not benefiting
perfect.
you directly. It's just benefiting the
No,
company.
I just wanted to make sure. Like if I'm doing this, that someone else doesn't get 7 and not me. Like this is for the
No,
company, not me.
It's for the company. If they filled that, then what is happening is that order is if they put a piece down of theirs, they get £1. It's not getting £7 for them.
No, £7 will only go to the company.
So they get £1 for it being their character or their family member,
Their
and then
writer,
7,
yeah.
and then £7 will go to the company's treasury.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. So in this case, it would be smart for me to roll all 5 to make sure that I succeed, and probably flip that one.
Pretty much exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Do we do that? Oh boy, don't hate me.
Hey, there you go.
Oh my god, you're literally the best roller ever.
Best roller.
All right, Pat's
should be
rolling
chairman
all the
now.
dice for the night.
Okay, we'll move that.
All right.
Oh no.
And that spot is open. So that's perfect. You did your envoy. Now you may transfer 2 pieces, ships or riders. And what that means is you can look at ships in the sea zones and or riders in the presidencies, and you can take one and transfer it to any of the other eligible spots.
I guess we should say why this
Oh,
matters
man.
in the sense
I kind of wish I would have
got
got a writer now because I could.
how you fill orders.
Yeah, so
That's good.
we already basically told you how to fill orders. You basically have the gist of it. Each of these riders is going to be going onto these spots up to a maximum of the number of boats in the region, the sea zone for that region. And you can see, likewise, there's a presidency for the West Sea, a presidency for the South Sea, and a presidency for the East Sea.
Yep.
So the Bengal presidency is dictated by the number of boats over here and here to here. So right now, each region can sail to one spot in India. and they always must fill orders starting from their home port, which is the bolded circle. They each have a home port. So if Bombay succeeds at sailing, it can go there.
Okay. If
it had another boat, then it could go here, and it could also go here or here. It could start building out a chain. If it had a third boat, it could go there.
Got it. Okay.
And that's good.
Makes sense.
And that's good for the president, because the president gets money for each order filled. In addition,
I can only move one. I can't move multiple.
You can move two.
2 pieces.
Yep. Did I just flip the Britannia and the constant friend? Does anyone know?
I have south. I'm south and I'm C. A and C.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. So I could literally do this. So I could do this, and green was here.
Yes.
And then as a second action, do this, since I'm in control, and I could place 1, 2.
Your thinking is right. You actually don't need family pieces to fill orders. You can, if you run out of family pieces, you start grabbing these generic filled pieces.
Ships is the only thing that matters that you have to have. You'll always be able
I could
to
literally
fill
do
up
this
the
then.
ships.
You could do that, and now you can fill 3 orders, assuming you succeed your roll.
I understand this. Now, what is the downside of doing it this way?
If you want the company to succeed, the company will succeed better if you have it split up, because there's a 5 and a 6 in the home ports.
So basically, turn 1, this is bad, essentially, because I'm basically being selfish.
It's worse for the company. It's better for you. It's also making enemies. So in that way,
force my position because I'm about to buy ships.
Yeah. So looking forward, Lily is director of shipping, which means she's the one in charge of purchasing boats for the company. Luke pumped $10 in there, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
That could get her a lot of boats or few boats if she wanted. So you doing that isn't necessarily screwing over the company. It would only screw the company over if Lily also chose to not purchase a lot of boats. So it's just a question of, do you want to be selfish or do you want to be selfless?
So stark. It's so black and white.
I mean, we are the villains here. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like turn 1, it's probably not smart to, like I said, to do that, so I'm gonna let it be and see what Lily does with her ships.
Wee! Alright.
I think that's the right call, I don't know. I just feel like that's, like, it just kind of seems like on turn 1 to be greedy like that.
I will say, this, I don't know if it matters really that much, but because they're the only riders in here, if one of them retires, they get the position immediately. It doesn't really matter because they're both in this, like, so it's not, you can't do, like, if you can't do it where, like, if you flip them, then they just are both getting hired into a position, I guess. But the only thing is if you don't have someone else, like, if I was in here, and let's say, like, this is where,
let me try and say this simpler.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. When these offices vacate, they'll be filled by the writers from here, and you need to avoid nepotism if possible. So if it's a situation where whoever was choosing the president, it was their own writer and they had a different option, then they would have to choose the different option. So Luke is saying, if you wanted to, thinking in the future, make it so that one person is maybe going to have to deal with avoiding nepotism, you could shuffle writers around to make that harder.
But don't those writers have to get used before anything else anyway? Like they're
not used up. They're just committed for the turn. They're gonna stay. They're gonna come back to the company.
Okay, got it.
That said, this is this is not a super important decision. What Luke is?
Yeah, you don't need to worry about it. I'm just saying for the future, so you don't need to do anything.
I get it. I think turn 1, that's not something I should be worrying about. I'm gonna let it sit.
Okay.
I think that's
totally fine. So done with Director of Trade, we're going to roll over to Director of Shipping. Director of Shipping is pretty simple. It gets however much money is in that treasury there to purchase ships for the company. And it must spend down so that it can have at most £2 left over after its turn is done.
Well, I'm gonna start off by spending $3 per fitting each ship that is. Oh wait, no, not 6, 3.
Yeah, just 3. There's only the one
3.
player
I
ship.
forgot you didn't spend one.
Yeah, I didn't buy one.
And I'm going to put it here and be greedy, but also not greedy because that's one homeland.
Yeah.
It's not greedy.
It's not greedy, but it feels greedy because I'm in control of Bengal. I would put it there anyway, even if I wasn't in control, but it feels weird.
All right, to finish my explanation real quick, there are basically 3 types of ships. There are normal ships, like default ships, the ones that we have on the map right now that are tied to shipyards and belong to players. There are extra ships, which are these black ones here, and these only last for a single round. And then there are company ships, which are expensive, but they can never go away. They're permanent. Fitting a player ship costs £3 from the director of shipping. Fitting an extra ship costs £2 from the director of shipping. And a company ship costs 5. You cannot fit a company ship so long as there are unfitted player ships. So, assuming at the start of this turn, Lily had something on, the D shipyard, she would not be allowed to purchase a company ship until she fitted that player ship, and then she could purchase a company ship. And that's the director of shipping. That's the whole office. Easy peasy.
Okay, so I could either buy 1 company ship and 1 temporary ship, or 3 temporary ships.
Correct.
I know we'll probably touch on this again later, but I forgot. So, are company ships affected by storms?
Company ships are not affected by storms.
Okay.
Nor are extra ships, but they don't matter. They would go away anyway.
Does anyone have feelings?
More boats.
A company ship's not. I don't think is a bad move.
I feel like I kind of want to do the company ship just because it's like an even amount, or like the company and temporary, and then everybody has 2, 2, and 2.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So we'll just get 1 of each. We will put the company ship in the South Siege for now, just because.
Oh, why, thank you.
Actually, no. I hate Guerric.
What? What did I do? Okay.
Everything!
You should have said anything.
I shouldn't have said anything.
You should just let it go.
All right.
All right.
Director of shipping is done. On to military affairs. Military affairs is also simple. First, they may transfer any 2 officers or regiments from any army to any other army. Currently, there's no officers, just regiments. These are regiments. They work just like officers, except they don't belong to players. They belong to the company, basically. And then after transfers, she assigns anything in this box.
Okay.
Or, I'm not sorry, it's not she. Luke is he.
Yes.
Sorry, I have Lily on the mind, apparently.
Okay. I will start. Now, the question is, can I get something out of you all because I can just move all these regiments away.
I figured you're just going to take over all the armies right now.
Well, I can't take over all the armies.
Well, no, but I mean, like, you can just take all the regiments and then also take my officer, and then you'll have the army, is what I mean.
Yes, was kind of the plan. I'm seeing if you guys were paying me to not make that happen.
Paying you how much?
2 or less.
2 or less just to leave the regiment?
For Guerric, I would leave the regiment and put your guy in there.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. You can have my 2 or less for that.
Lily?
Wait, you can't touch the people while they're commanders.
No, I can't move yours. No,
Talking
but
about regiments.
yours is a little bit. Yours is a little bit less good for you. You don't really have as much to.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You can take it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the presidency of Sorry, actually, we go up the line. We go to. I guess we go top down here. That's a little odd.
Oh, so does all the armies go before?
Oh no, I know how we're supposed to do it. Yeah, we
this?
go along the top here. That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So on to presidency of Bombay. First, we do the commander of Bombay, which is Luke, with the army of Bombay over here. He's commander because he's got a piece here. Commander follows this. They can do one of two things. They can either invade or they can open, or it's called impose order now. That player 8 is out of date. Both of them are going to be dice checks. One of them is going to conquer the region. That would be invading, which would remove a tower and create a governorship for the region that you conquered, and get more money. Or you can impose order, which makes less money, but instead of conquering the region, it removes all closed orders and any unrest that's in the region. This is unrest. We don't have any at the moment. So Luke, what are you doing with the army of Bombay?
So there's one tower, right? Yeah, one tower.
Yep.
And then I've got commanders. Do they count for strength? I'm trying to remember.
Commanders do not count for strength.
Okay, so I'd be rolling one die.
Yes.
So I will pass.
Okay.
Unless, I could ask you to buy with all of your money. This is where I should have thought through this. I could ask, given a debt, and been like, "Hey, yo, pay me," and I can.
Yeah, that would have been smart.
Alliance. I forgot about that, but it's all good.
So Pat, what Luke's referencing is there are these local alliances which can be purchased by the commander with the permission of the corresponding presidency, and it requires spending money out of the treasury, the same money that you use for sailing. So in this case, Luke could ask you for money to buy a local alliance, and you would most definitely say no because you want all of that money for sailing.
Yeah.
All right, so commander is done. We're on to sailing. President of Bombay, Pat, that's you. You may spend any number of dice to make a check. The number of dice you roll is reduced by 1 for every region past the first that you're sailing into. So if you're going to Bombay, you can spend 5 to roll 5. If you're going to Bombay and Mysore, that would cost you $5 for 4 dice because you subtract 1. If you were to do, that would be subtracting 2 dice, etc.
Got it. So, again, I feel like be safe. It's not worth 4-3. Why lose the dice 4-3 this
Exactly.
way?
Yep.
I'm gonna do all 5.
In general, 4 to 5 is a safe roll. If you wanted to maybe save £1 for next round, you could sail at 4. That's up to you.
That's how lucky you feel.
Hey, you got a success.
See, man, he's good.
He's good.
You've stolen our luck, Pat.
All right.
Oh no.
You have 2 boats, so you can fill 2 orders. You have to use family riders first, and then you fill the next one with generics. That's going to get the company $7. Each rider used, that player gets £1, so Luke gets £1, and then you as president get £1 for each filled order, so you get 2, Pat.
Perfect.
Okay. And then that's the presidency of Bombay. I don't know what that third icon's supposed to be on the map. Is that just filling orders, maybe?
No, that's the president. The middle's governors. That's the president.
Oh, the middle's governors.
That's the president. Yep.
I never,
President's the last one.
in a million years, would have associated that symbol with governors.
What, you don't associate governors with a stack of boxes?
I don't. Funny
Yeah,
me.
they need to.
Okay, presidency of Madras. First up, the commander of Madras. How risky am I feeling?
You're rolling 1 die.
It's fine. I don't need money. All right, skipping the commander, skipping the governors because there's none. We do the president. President's going to spend 5 to roll 4 dice. Here we go. Oh,
Nice.
Okay, we fill that.
This shows how we are.
That's
Fill
standard.
that. So that's going to be what is that?
12.
12 for the company, and then 3 for me because 2 orders and then 1 of my own rider.
So I got 19.
Okay. President of Bengal, starting with the commander. Lily, would you like to do anything?
Nope.
All right, President.
I'm spending all of it.
Sounds good.
I don't trust myself.
Yeah, flags would be good, Angry Tetris.
I don't trust myself.
Wow, that was almost really bad.
Okay.
I don't fucking trust myself.
Well, that's just a normal failure, so...
See, Lily, if you're playing D&D, that would be an amazing dice roll.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
This is very standard for me, which is why I never trust myself.
Yeah. All right, China is not open. We go to bonuses. For every one of those black pound symbols, go ahead and gain $1. So, Pat, you're gaining 3. Everyone got their money?
I feel like that's a really good situation to be in. I don't know.
You're in a great situation, Pat. All right.
I don't know what's going on fully, but I feel like it's going okay.
It's going okay. Revenue phase. First, we do expenses for the company. The company needs to pay £1 for every ship, officer, regiment, and debt that it has. So 2, 4, 6,
I got 14.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
He might have counted the officers for 14.
Oh, did you count commanders?
11.
Oh, is commanders not? I thought they were.
I thought they weren't. Let me check. Let me check.
Yes. When we're in complete opposite disagreement.
I'm pretty sure they don't, but let me check.
I'm totally fine with being wrong.
Yeah, not including commanders.
Okay, great. Okay, so 11.
Yes. So we pay 11 from the company's treasury. This, Pat, would be the moment where if we could not pay enough, we would take emergency debt, which would drop our standing. So after paying paying expenses, we check to see our company's standing versus public expectations. Our current standing would have an expectation of £10. We only have 8, so we are going to drop 1 spot for not meeting public expectations. Now...
Is that normal for a turn 1, or is that just because Lily can't roll?
It's because Lily can't roll.
Because I can't roll.
Yeah.
Okay, got
It's
it.
my fault. It's entirely my fault. Can't be mad at anyone but me.
And then finally, the chairman may choose to pay out dividends. We have £8 in the company. We have 6 shares in total, so you could pay out 1 dividend if you wanted to.
I will pay out 1 dividend.
Of course you will. Okay. Luke is going to get 2 because he has the chairman in 1 share. I'm going to get 1. Lily gets 2, and Pat, you get 1.
Sounds good.
Okay, that's that. On to events in India. The chairman is going to roll this purple event die, and we're going to resolve storms and/or events based on it. Okay, no storms, but we're going to resolve 4 events. So
Standard.
that's pretty standard for us. That's really
I don't know what
for
this
us.
is, so okay.
Events are bad. We don't want many of them. We just got the most possible.
There's 2 events that are good, but it's mostly bad. This is the event deck over here, and we're going to resolve it right now. All right, leader in Delhi.
Yep.
Delhi is here. It's going to get 1.
Okay, how do you know it's Delhi?
That's a great question. We're checking the top of the deck for the region that's associated with. So it's sort of dual purpose in that way.
Yeah, into that. Okay, got it.
And leader just means that we add 1 strength to the Delhi region. So we just increase its tower by 1. And that extra icon beneath the tower would mean that if it was a company-controlled region, we would do a rebellion. It's not, so we don't. All right, second event. Crisis. All right.
Now there's a...
Anytime the event has an elephant on it, we ignore the top of the deck, and we resolve based upon where the elephant is. This is a crisis, which means whatever region is behind the elephant is attacking whatever region is in front of the elephant. So Maratha is invading Delhi, or actually this is...
rebelling against Delhi.
Yeah,
right?
it's rebelling against Delhi because they were part of an empire. In this case, Maratha has a strength of 2, modified by the elephant, plus a 0, so 2, versus Delhi's 2. I don't think empires have bonuses anymore, and I have no clue what happens on a tie. So
I think on a tie, they both they. I can't. Let me look and see what I can.
Yeah, I'm checking the rule book. This is why I printed it out. Other regions in the empire have no impact. Determine if it's greater than the defender's strength. If so, successful. Otherwise, the rebellion fails. If the rebellion fails, we remove 1 tower level from the attacking region if possible. So there you go. Maratha is shorter. And then we will perform the Elephant's March. After any elephant event, we will redirect the elephant based on the Elephant's March, which states determine its position using the following procedure. So because it was not a successful crisis, it will move to the region on the top of the draw deck, Bombay. First, we check to see if it's a company-controlled region. If so, it would be in position to rebel against the company on a future crisis. It's not a company-controlled region, so we don't do that. Instead, we place it on the border matching the shape on the event. So in this case, the shape is either a star or a triangle. And I don't know where to see those. There they are. Triangle. So if you look on the map there's a triangle. We'll put it right there. Bombay will be invading against Punjab with the next crisis.
I don't see stars. I see circles, triangles, and squares.
I agree. I don't see stars either. I wonder if
the star and the circle are the same.
Yeah,
I know that they said that there's icon stuff, so this is still in underwork.
Yeah, this is an in development game. We should maybe have mentioned that. Mr. Biggin, thank you so much for the 3 months. I appreciate
my flips table button's grayed out. No.
All right, that was our second event. Third is another crisis with a modifier of +1. So
a moon.
Sorry. Yeah, no more moons either. Is the star meant to represent rebellion? That would make sense, actually. That is the rebellion symbol. Good point, Pomontilado. Yeah, I said that right. Okay, crisis, Bombay against Punjab. This is going to be an invasion crisis, if I'm not mistaken.
It should be, yes.
Yep. Plus the modifier is greater than the defender's strength, including the strength of any other regions in its empire. So because it's an invasion,
it's going to fail.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 versus 2, so it fails. This is going to get shorter.
It should be 2 versus 3, right?
You're right. That's still there. 3 versus the 2. It fails. It shrinks 1. The elephant redirects to Mysore, which is down here. It is a non-company controlled region, so it redirects to the moon. I have no clue which of these is supposed to be the moon.
That's a square, so I'm thinking that's a triangle, that's a square, and that's a circle.
I have no clue.
Let's roll a die. We're gonna roll a die. 1 through 3 is
wait. I know how to solve it. All right, it's square. The backside of the map is the old map. That's thinking with your brain. All right, we have one more event. It's another crisis.
Hey, this is honestly the best time to have crises because we don't rule anything.
Yeah. All right.
So it's just like fighting against.
This one's
entire
successful.
deck crises.
It is
that's
not
my experience.
It is not all crises. I swear.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The invasion is a success this time.
Yes.
We do. Attacker was successful. Does not have a flag. All right. So this is going to be.
There's a Southern Empire.
Capital. This is going to be dominated. And yeah, we don't adjust the tower levels. We just do that. Then, because it was a successful crisis, the elephant is going to march following imperial ambitions. It will be directed to the capital of this empire, and it will on the border matching the shape indicated on the tile. And since it can't do that, it rotates clockwise, right?
Yep.
Yep. So it's going to come up to the circle. Yep. I'm going to put it like that. And there we go. That is 4 events. That was interesting, but not so bad. On to the Parliament meets phase. Okay. The way this one works is Prime Minister, which is whoever has this wheel over here, that's me, is allowed to draw laws from the law deck. So let me draw one.
So why do you have that wheel specifically?
I was given Prime Minister during setup. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I just don't see like a thing down here, so I was like, okay, got it.
All right. So this law is not red, which means I do not have to take it. I have the option of drawing an additional law, and if that law would be red, I would have to take it, or if it was black, I could either draw again or choose to take either of the two. Reading a law, you can see it has a name, it has an effect. That effect only applies if the law passes. And likewise, the law will mention how much support it starts at, and it will list a policy. And policies are kind of like riders. Like something that rides on the law, that type of rider. You will look at this wheel down here. You will find a symbol matching the policy icon that is sort of following the circle around. So in my case, I could either choose the tax that's adjacent to the current location, or the power that's 2 spots away to the right. I would move the policy proposal to whichever space I choose. And then if the law passes, we'll resolve that policy in addition to the law's effect. And if the law fails, we don't resolve the law, and whoever becomes the new prime minister, which is whoever did the most votes against the law, will choose a policy adjacent to the one I chose, and we'll resolve that. So in this case, they could do either of those taxes. Does that all make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love this phase of the game. It's so cool.
Each president's bonus is added to the company balance. That's pretty funny and also terrible for me right now, so I'm not going to do that. Centralized command. Ooh, military affairs becomes the commander-in-chief. That's hilarious and absolutely not something I want to do right now. So we're going to draw a third. Hey! It's a red event. Public demands impeachment. First, the prime minister picks one office holder. If the law passes, the office holder is returned to supply, and we make the office vacant. If the law fails, company standing falls 1 space.
Oh my god.
All right, this is going to start at a support of 1. Those do not have snap points. That's annoying. And the policy is power. Which means my options are Shipyard power and Luxuries power. To explain what power means, Pat, there is this chart over here on the map, which it's sort of a hierarchy. And you can see currently it lists Luxuries have 2 power, shares have 1, and these both have 0. That's because at the end of the game, whoever has the most power is going to get VP based upon what turn we're on.
Oh, got it.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is a way of changing how much things are worth for power for that final power contest.
Yep.
Okay. I have no shipyards. I have no luxuries, but nobody has luxuries.
But if you do luxuries, because it's at the top, isn't it just 2 of any other?
Yes, you're right. Which is... This is just all around bad for me. I guess I could just swap the workshop and the shipyard. Cole even added a little line there to indicate that it was intended, so people can stop arguing about it.
Appreciated.
Which office would I choose? God, this is such an open-ended law. What can I
know which one I would choose.
You have no voting power.
I have no voting power. Yeah.
Well, I tell you right now, if he picks one that doesn't hurt me, we win anyway because I have 4. They only have 4. With the +1, we'll beat them. So it doesn't matter as long as you don't pick mine.
Money. You can't pay money.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need you to pay money. I have 4 votes.
No, but we can.
We can go against
someone else can.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Okay, so to explain voting real quick, since you basically already have it, Pat, but yeah, it's the number of vote symbols you have on your stuff plus every dollar you choose to spend. Voting is going to go in once around sequence. So starting with the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister may contribute any votes they wish to do. The Prime Minister can only vote for the law. They can't vote against it. And then each other player can either vote for or against. They cannot vote for if they have voted against in a previous voting round. And what I mean by that is because after each person gets one chance to vote, the Prime Minister has the opportunity to open a second round of voting, and so on and so on. So this could, if people contribute money, we could go into multiple voting rounds. We'll see. Lily, what were you thinking I should choose?
I clearly think you should choose me because I'm awful at this game.
We have no confidence in the president of Bengal after their performance. We just want to force them to retire.
But
that's what I would do to myself,
back in, though,
but I would also
there?
say no. Yeah, that also is true. It doesn't actually affect me too much because my writer goes in, but...
Well, no, we have a family phase before the hiring phase. Somebody could commit writers there.
That's true. And then I would be sad.
I'm going to pick military affairs.
Of course you are.
Sounds about right.
I'm going to pick military affairs, and I'm going to pick shipyard power and just live to regret it. Yeah. 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 Okay. I'm just going to regret that later. So I have no votes to contribute. The vote stands at 1. Luke, would you like to vote for or against it?
I'm voting against.
What? How many are you voting against?
All 3.
All right. It stands at -2. Lily, would you like to vote for? Would you like to vote against? Would you like to not vote at all?
Does anyone want to bribe me?
Are you going to vote for or against?
That's why I'm asking to see if I'm being bribed either way.
I chose shipyard power.
I know. I'm well aware.
I'll give you Guerric's 2 or less.
Ooh. It's hard because you become prime minister. That's 2 or less. But then I could get power. Actually, I think I actually have to go at 1-4.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Luke.
Pat, would you like to vote?
I will give you Guerric's 2 or less.
The problem is I have 2 boats.
You have 2 boats,
or 2
Pat.
ships, 2 shipyards. Like, this literally doesn't hurt me, it only benefits me, right?
It's all good for you.
That is correct.
I mean, at this point, but it's still really early, and $2 extra is $2 extra.
Oh, I should maybe...
Would I also not get prime minister as well if I did that? And
no,
voted
okay,
against
yeah,
it?
I was about to say, so I should clarify this. The prime minister only changes if the motion fails, and the new prime minister is whoever had the most votes against the law.
That's what I'm saying. So if I failed it, would I not get prime
yes,
minister?
if you failed it, you would get prime minister.
You would.
But we would
Does that
not. We would
benefit?
not perform the.
You get to choose which law comes out. You also get. You're going towards the power, which we have not talked about this. There's a power award.
No, I mentioned that. I explained it.
Oh,
to
we
you.
did. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. But yeah, there's that power award, and that's how you can get victory points at the end of the game. So
yeah, Pat, you're basically deciding between: do you want that power bonus for your shipyards, or do you want to take prime minister?
But the power bonus could take away, right? Like, that could just go away when if you have control still.
It theoretically could. Likewise, the prime minister is a 2 power bonus itself, but of course it could also be taken away. So yeah, it's just a choice.
This is where I genuinely don't know if being prime minister at this point is beneficial or not.
I will also state you get a power for every law you pass as prime minister.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. So that is also maybe a contributing factor. Every law that you pass as prime minister gets you 1 power.
Oh, I don't understand.
Could I sweeten the deal for you? Is there something you want to vote for?
What do you mean? What?
I could give you my... You probably don't want my consent for nepotism. I could give you my office holder's bonus.
That would say, if we did that, that means like I would get, if I wanted it, I could just take whatever bonus you would get for like playing Writers Down.
Yep.
Or even this one. Okay.
No, this is not an office for that purpose. It would just be President of Madras right now.
This is where it's rough because like I genuinely don't know the game enough to know what is actually good for me here.
No, I get it. It's a tough decision, and I certainly don't want you to vote against. I think it's good for you either way. It's maybe a little better to vote against, but I would really like you not to.
Make him bribe you.
I'm trying to offer my office holder's bonus.
All right. I guess the part is that like no matter what I do here, I'm creating a somewhat of an enemy because I'm choosing a side.
Oh yeah. So like
this game is all about enemies, Pat. So don't worry about that.
Pat, I will say if you're going against or going for, I think you'd also want to get a pound out of Guerric because
he's doing the offering the office holders bonus.
Oh, I know, but a pound right now is good if he retires.
That's true.
Because what I'm saying about that, Pat, is over here, 8 gets you to that next prize. Well, 7 doesn't get you anything. Exactly.
How about this? I'll give you the pound now if you give me your 2 or less, and I promise not to use it until after you retire.
Oh, there's so much to this. my mind is rolling right now.
I'm sorry, it's a really complicated deal to be offering you at this moment.
Holy crap. Okay. See, now it's just like my brain is going, he's trying so hard because he really wants us to go through. So like it must be in my best interest to fail it, right?
Not necessarily.
Honestly, Pat, either way, like
but either way,
just choose. This is a game that honestly it's really, especially the first time, it's better to just do something and see what happens and then like
The question is, how easy is it to change this if whenever we're putting power right now? Because like that's only matters at the end of the game, right?
Honestly, it just depends on the laws we draw, how many we resolve. I've seen games where this never moves, and I've seen games where it changes a lot. More where it never moves, admittedly. But I mean, it could change a lot or it could change a little.
So you give me 1 immediately for a 2 later.
Yep.
See, but isn't that one of the things you could go against because that's technically a later deal?
It is. In which case I would be making a huge enemy out of the person who has way more leverage over me at this moment. Yeah. But you're not wrong. That is a non-binding deal.
But I basically make out even with this at some point. Yeah. Plus more, because it's probably going to get more than 1 at some point. Okay. I'm going to just go with that and not ruffle to more. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to let it continue because I feel it only pisses one person off. It also helps Lily, so Lily's not as mad at me.
It's true.
I'm actually helping.
He's already on my hit list, so he's just on my hit list more. So we're just going to continue this forever.
All right,
Pat. Just think back to AIT and just laughing.
So we're going through the deal.
It wasn't me. Yes. Okay. Yes. So you give me 1 and I'll give you this.
Yep. I went ahead and lowered my treasury by 1. Go ahead and increase yours by 1.
Perfect.
Then you throw your votes at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will not open a second round of voting. The motion passes. I take this in my section, indicate it has 1 power. The policy does this. And yes.
Guerric fired himself, so you know it's okay.
Military affairs vacates.
Guerric fired himself? What?
Oh, because I had the Guerric piece.
Oh, right.
Oh.
All right. We refresh. Extra ships go away. Any writers that are on the map come back. Any exhausted office or army pieces go back to being unexhausted. And then we move on to round 2. Starting with London season. So London season has a few steps. First is attrition. Expenses. I don't know why it's in London season. Cole said it was going to be in refresh, but oh well. Attrition, we're going to each roll a d6 for each of our offices. And make sure you know which die is going for which office. On a 5 or 6, that office will retire. On a 3 or 4, it will gain a fatigue. Fatigue adds a +1 to your roll for future attrition rolls for retirement purposes. For each fatigue, a 1 or 2 does nothing.
How do you mark a fatigue?
Fatigue is this piece right there. And you put it on the card, typically.
Oh, on the card.
Yeah.
Got it. That makes more sense.
Yep. Oh, that doesn't look like a roll.
That's not rolling, is it?
Nope, that is pressing E or Q instead of R.
Oh, I'm pressing F. Thank you.
Oh, that'll do it too. Okay, there you go. Everyone rolled?
Yep.
No, give me 1 second. All right.
So you need 1 fatigue. It's the square now. All right. Now that everyone has rolled attrition, we go through starting with the chairman or former chairman to resolve any retirements they have. Luke has 1 retirement as the former chairman. So Luke may now choose to spend any amount of money that he has, of course, to place a piece in the corresponding box. The cost being the top left, and then it will have an upkeep cost every refresh phase, which is that smaller number next to it.
I'm paying 4.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other retirements?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay. That's all of the retirements. Now, in order of... Is it still best retirement first?
Yeah, I think it should be.
I think it is. I'll check that some other time. Everyone who retired any number of pieces gets to take 1 prestige card in the order of best retirement down, I think. Okay. He took an enterprise, which, gives him a cool power. Finally, we clear the London season display. We refill it to 3. Oh, wow. No blackmail cards. And we move on to the family phase, starting again with the former chairman.
Okay. I'm going to list an officer.
Okay, Lily?
Can I borrow $1 from somebody?
What do you want?
I'll give you $1.
What do you want in return for
I'll just take a
that?
2 or less. They'll be fine.
Okay, I can do
I
that.
mean, I'd do the same thing. Just saying.
No, Luke said it first. Unless you're gonna somehow sweeten this deal, Guerric. Luke said it first.
Admittedly, I asked what for first, but whatever. Not a big deal.
Fair. I'm very bad at offering things. Anyway, I'm gonna stay with the buying shipyards because I can now buy 2. I feel like this makes sense.
That's fair.
Let's just keep doing this and see what happens.
All right, Pat, what would you like to do?
Well, I feel like it's silly to buy another workshop, right? Because that means you want it to fail. I guess that is a strategy, probably.
It is a strategy.
It's not
But there's no
necessarily
point-
wanting it to fail, considering like it's not a negative if the company passes. It's just a bonus if the company does fail.
Got it. I feel like I'm gonna swap to writers. And do I put it down immediately or no?
Yeah, you put it
Sorry.
down immediately in whichever presidency you want.
So it'd probably be smart to not put it in my own, right? Because putting in my own means I would not. Although I can move things out of there, but yeah.
You could always swap me away.
But again, someone else could just place one. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay. And that brings it to me. I'm going to take enlist officers again, and we're going to put 2 officers in training. That's our family phase. We are on to hiring. We have 2 vacant offices. The first is chairman. Chairman is chosen by the court of directors, which means we now have a nice little, effectively a voting round, although it's not strictly a vote. We need somebody to have the majority. And if we cannot decide, the previous chairman is just gets to decide however they want. So, does anyone badly want chairman? Does anyone want to
Lily,
make a
I
case
think
for it?
either you or I should be chairman because, otherwise, one, I don't know if I trust Guerric at the moment because he's going so heavily into officers.
That's fair.
And then
That's fair.
whoever is the chairman then can make the other person the military affairs leader. I'm not strong about either way, but that's where I think it sits. And Pat, in the end, also, we could always throw our support behind Pat. I don't think he'll make it military
I
affairs bad either.
think I want to be chairman, so I want to vote for myself.
All right.
Okay. I'll vote
With
for-
Luke's support, that succeeds. Do you care which
Garric
piece?
gets to.
All right. All right.
Yes, I do.
Lily is chairman. Next up, we resolve military affairs. Military affairs is chosen by the chairman. Candidates are commanders, and if there are no commanders, officers.
All right.
Lily, what do you want to make me military affairs? Since apparently speed is what matters to you.
Eric, I was already ahead in the last hire. You got to get ahead of the game.
Why do you want to be military affairs so much?
Because I'm trying to make money through the military right now. That's the only reason.
I see.
I have no income gain, basically.
Okay. Well, you don't exactly have a thing or there. And wow, you don't really have much. I guess you got money.
I have some money.
You have money left.
I could give you decide how I vote.
Yes, with your whole 0 votes. I love it. And you're prime minister, which means you are forced to vote one way. Sounds perfect. Yeah.
I can give you Pat's 2 or less if you promise not to use it until he retires, like I promised.
Technically, I mean, I appreciate that, but I don't think that's how.
I don't want to hoodwink you is the thing. Like
I mean, I think it was mostly until I got to retire this term. If I retired, it was I was train of thought, and I
okay,
didn't get retired.
If you interpret it the same way, that was how I intended it, but I didn't.
That's how I interpreted it.
Okay, cool. So Lily, I
I'd
can offer you
rather
Pat's 2 or less.
And $1.
And $1?
And $1.
Can I have your consent for nepotism?
No.
Why?
Because I'm giving you military affairs.
That's a big thing. You need more than that because he's
What?
going to throw all of his stuff into Madras and even like.
All
I mean,
right.
he's getting money out of it.
All right. I'll give you £1 and Pat's 2 or less.
Okay. You can be military affairs. Sir.
Thank you. And Gorky, thank you so much for the 5 months. Sorry, I wanted to finish that deal before I said that, but thank you.
Ew.
I'm sorry, I was talking to chat for a second. What did you say?
Oh,
We
no.
hope you retire next turn.
Oh, that's fair.
No, I'll take your face.
That's fair. Okay, that is our hiring phase. Now it's chairman. Lily, you are chairman.
Hello.
Hello.
So I can take 3 debt with
You can
no
take 3
consequences?
debt without court of directors permission.
All right. Let's just okay, got some companies that need money. And I want to be greedy, so
I honestly think
take
3
3
debt is perfectly understandable with this situation.
17. No, the greediness comes in later. I don't know if we need to really open up. Kat, I'm sorry. She's very upset because I'm starting to move because I need to like write things down to think. I'm trying to do math and I can't do it in my head. I'm sorry, Kat. Okay. What makes the most sense? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna put anything in Director of Trade right now. I feel like we've got enough open to work with.
That's fair.
If I want to be greedy, I put $6 in shipping. And I do want to be greedy. I'm gonna put $6 in shipping. Guerric, you seem stressed.
I'm just moving around. I sit hunched over in this position a lot, so I try to stretch around sometimes. And make faces and be entertaining.
I think I can make all of the presidencies at 4.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I guess the question is, where do I want to put those 2 additional ships?
The most profitable for the company are, of course, Bengal and Madras. Mostly Madras.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll just...
and if you're going to put ships into Madras,
out at 4.
Madras probably needs extra money to compensate.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Bengal sucks because it's got me as a president.
Take it from Bombay. Bombay is going to go to 1 region.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so Bombay could just go to 3.
Because Madras is going to roll with 3 dice if it has 3 ships. Or it's going to roll with 4 dice if it has 2 ships.
Yeah, but then Bengal is only rolling with 3 dice if it has the 3 ships. So it's either way. Well, I guess that really makes I have to make the decision here. But I think it makes more sense to give Madras the ship, even though I don't like giving Guerric that money. But I will accept my fate. It's fine. It's all going to Pat anyway, because Pat's got Guerric's office holders bonus.
It's true.
But would I use it on 2?
This one, because his presidency would gain, if he has 3 ships here, his presidency would gain $3 for fulfilling 3 orders.
Oh, so you think he's gonna roll at -2?
Yeah, so it's a roll 3, which is why I'm putting $5 in Madras.
D. Hosterman, thank you so much for the gift sub. To Defoob, thank you so much.
So once Guerric's done talking to chat, we can go ahead.
I'm done talking to chat. So we're on to Director of Trade.
I think this is... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you have no money, so you can't do the envoy action, but you still have the 2 transfers.
And I feel like this is where I basically I should do this, because that's what Lily said she wants to do. So this forces Lily to do what she said she was going to do.
I mean, I have no reason to not do what I was going to say I was going to do.
That's what I'm just thinking, right? Like, would that be, like, not the right call, though, in, like, a more, like, if we're being mean to each other? Like, she said
no,
she was
because, I mean, I'm just going to fit 2 ships. That's why I put money in shipping. I've got these 2 ships here anyway.
Yes.
She's going to put him in her spot anyways.
It just doesn't matter. It really just doesn't matter. But
well, what I mean, though, is, like, what's stopping you from putting them over here to be greedy and just you roll -1?
I would have given myself more money because me rolling less dice is never a good decision.
Yeah, she would
I
want to
would've
give herself all
telegraphed
the
that.
money. She would give herself all the money.
I would have freaking I telegraph pretty hard when I'm in control just because I know how badly I roll.
It's true, Shaco Blue. If Pat wanted to be mean, he would transfer the ships to Bombay. That would be the
That's
mean
true.
action.
That would be the mean action because the
Yes. That's why I'm like, I'm not doing that because I don't have the money.
no,
I mean, I could roll
yeah.
at 2 if I wanted, but like I could literally run at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I could.
You could.
I'm not going to because 1, I don't have the money, and 2, like it doesn't make sense to do it for 2. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't make sense.
No, I agree.
At this point. So like that's why my thought process though is like that's like again if like Lily was telegraphing she was maybe going to do something else, I could basically do this.
Yes.
Force 3 in this zone, and then Lily could put her next 2. I'm just gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Not that it matters because Lily's just gonna put her 2 ships there. Anyway,
Yeah, there's not a lot of reason
right?
not to do it.
I'm just gonna do
Sounds
it just to make sure it happens.
All right,
And
All
ship
right.
it.
That's done.
I will spend all 6 to fit the Eliza and the Fortitude and put those in BEC.
Okay, military affairs, which is me. We're going to go ahead and take these 2 regiments and put them where they belong. And then we're going to assign all of these to here.
Yep. I knew this was what was going to happen.
All right, President of Bombay.
That's this first, right?
Yes, Luke with the Commander of Bombay. Would you like to do anything?
Obviously, nothing.
Okay, no governors, so then Pat, you may sail.
I mean, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
You've been rolling great. You only need 3 dice. We believe in you. Hey,
Oh,
look at
let's
you.
He only needs 3. Lily needs 10.
That goes here.
Yep.
There we go.
Perfect. And that's 7 for the company. You get 2. Luke gets 1. And then that's that. On to.
Oh wait, I get 2, right? Sorry.
Yes,
Yes.
you get 2. Because you filled 2 orders.
Yeah.
All right, Madras, starting with the commander. That is me. We're going to do something. That something is going to be. It would get the full strength of the Empire, as I recall. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Strength of 2, 2, 4. Blurg. I'm just going to hope the elephant is merciful and roll 4 dice for an invasion. So I can only invade against the home region since we don't control it. If we did control it, I could invade any adjacent regions, which would be this one or this one. It has a strength of 2 because it's part of an empire, so we add the full empire. I exhaust 1 piece for each die I want to roll, subtracted by the strength of the empire, so it's going to be a total of 4 dice. Now we roll. Whoa, that's a success. Okay. We remove the tower. That region is now, we do death checks in a second. The region's now dominated. We create a governorship for that region. There we go. This over here. Yes, and now when we do an invasion, we perform a death check no matter what. Each player rolls a die for each of their officers that were used for the action, and on each 6, that kills an officer. I had 2.
You get loot before or after that, actually?
After. I was actually, while I was saying that, I was buying time and reading the rulebook to confirm.
I got a 1. Oh, thank goodness.
Double six. Damn it.
Okay. Phew. All right. Now, all surviving officers are paid loot. You get 4 pounds for every tower level that you removed. So that's 4. Plus the region has a loot bonus, 3. So that's 7 total pounds of loot that we distribute. in the following way. First, the commander gets a pound. We're down to 6 loot. Any officers belonging to that player get a pound. So 1, 2, we're down to 4 loot. Then we go in turn order. Luke has a piece, so he gets 1 loot. We're down to 3. And are the regiments paid now? I don't remember.
I don't know. They keep getting changed.
I thought I'd go to the void.
Goes to the bank for regiments now. That's what it is. Yep. Yeah. All right. So the regiments eat those 3 pounds that remain, and they just go to the void. And that is invasion. Now you can invade at home. All right. We are done with the commander. The governor does not act because it's vacant. So we go on to the presidency. I'm going to go ahead and roll. I have 3. I have 3 ships. How lucky am I feeling? How lucky am I feeling? Not super lucky. I should have just opened orders. Would have been a 4. We're just gonna sail to 2 regions. I'd rather get the 12 than get nothing, I think. So I'll roll 4 dice. Go to 2 regions. I should have gone to 3 regions apparently. Okay. The company is gonna get 12.
Hey, look, similar position as last time.
Pat gets 1, I get 1, and then Pat, do you want to cash in the office holder bonus for 2?
That makes me break even. I'm gonna say no. I'll hold on to it for now.
Sounds good. Okay, on to Bengal, starting with the commander. Lily, would you like to do anything?
Eric, don't forget to get your offers bonuses though, since he didn't take it.
Oh yeah, he didn't take it, so I need my 2. And then I forgot to take a trophy for moving a tower level.
Yes.
Trophies are worth power at the end of the game, Pat.
Okay.
Lily, would you like to invade or anything?
No.
All right, you can sail.
Can I? Can I really?
You can.
There you
Okay.
go.
Oh, she's so.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. And then so I get 3 from that.
And that's 11 for the company.
30.
Woo. Okay. Bonuses. Everyone get your bonuses for every black pound symbol you have. And then we're on to revenue and expenses. I count 17, I believe.
Oof.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay. So we pay 17. We check expectations. We are fine, so we don't drop. Now, Chairman, would you like to pay out any dividends? Lily,
Sorry, what?
would you like to pay dividends?
Oh, right, this is my decision now.
Yes, you're chairman.
Yes, I would.
You'd like to pay dividends?
Yes.
All right.
It's 5, right?
It's 5, so you can do it twice if you want.
I would like to do it twice.
Okay.
Oh, it's more than $10?
It's
It gave me
more than
exactly
$10.
$10?
It cannot be 10.
Oh, well, I still get $4 from that. I'll play it twice. I don't care.
All right. Lily gets 4. I get 2. Luke gets 2. Pat gets 2. And if we'd paid out greater than 10 pounds in dividends, we would have increased our standing. But we didn't. Okay. Lily, would you like to roll the events in India die?
Not really, but I will.
Okay. We're going to have 2 events, but first we have
Yeah,
storms in the
that's
East
worse for
Sea.
me.
Each ship in the EC is going to roll a d6, and on a 5 or a 6, they die. On a 3 or 4, they flip over, at which point they will die on a 3+.
Can you flip the other one for me? Thank
Fortitude
you.
flipped over. Now...
Wait, sorry, can you say that again? Sorry,
Sure,
what happened?
yeah. So we rolled a d6 for each ship in the East Sea because we had Eastern Storms. On a 5 or 6, they just flat out die. On a 3 or 4, they either flip over, or if they were
it's the
flipped
1, 2,
over
3, 4 scaling thing. Got it.
on a previous...
Now it's even...
Yeah, now it dies on a 3+ instead of a 5+.
Okay.
Okay, we have 2 events. The first one is Turmoil in Bombay. Easy peasy, we just close the northernmost order. I could have just flipped that, but I'm a dum-dum. The second event is Leader in Madras. Madras is company controlled now, so instead of leader, we perform a rebellion. Wow, this is the worst thing that could have happened. Double checking the rulebook to make sure I'm doing this right. Yep, okay. It's a rebellion of strength 2. I exhausted all of our army, so it succeeds. That's bad. We lose the governorship.
You lose your commandership.
I lose my commandership. Because we lost a region, we fall in standing.
Do you actually lose the peace, or I thought it goes back to being an officer?
Oh, let me check. It might just do a death check. I forget now.
That was the most short-lived reign.
It's been a while since I've had to do this.
This is pretty bad for the company.
Region lost 29. I always check in the wrong spot. Yeah, we do a death check basically. This is odd. It's not because they changed how death checks work for invasion. It no longer matches here. It's on a 5 or a 6 that it dies in this case. So I'll roll for my 3.
Good.
All right, 1 death. Governor elimination, restore local authority. Place a dome back in the region. Flag. Strength of 1. Close every order in the region, which kills my writer.
Oh my gosh.
He has to face the consequences of his actions.
Wait, what just happened? Oh, he lost his writer.
Yeah,
Guerric
I
lost
my writer.
a lot right there.
Man, I can't believe it was this bad.
No, it's all because you put your writer here and not mine. Like
Yep.
you did it. How'd you do it? Wow.
Turns half rounded down of the trophies. Yeah, okay, so I keep my 1 trophy. And we lost our company standing. Yep. That's the event. That could not have gone worse. Okay. Parliament
That was
meets.
no, it was the second one. Never mind.
That was the second one. Okay, let's see how this goes. Sepoy recruitment. Ooh. Now that is interesting. Yeah, okay. We're going to do this one. It starts at -3. Our policy is going to be a workshop bonus.
I don't know what bonus means versus power and attack.
It's a great...
Only power is explained to me.
Bonuses just means you'll get £1 for every one of those things you have.
Okay.
So, I start the voting off. I have nothing to contribute. So, Luke.
I will vote Guerric. How much do you want this to go for?
I mean, I want it to pass because it's good for the company.
Will you give me $1? Vote for. This is giving you another power.
What's
I'm cementing.
What's the mood of the table? What are people feeling?
I mean, that's just good because like it doesn't cost money to have military, right?
Yeah, it just lowers our expenses.
Like that just seems overall good.
And it's giving you and Luke £1 each because you each have one workshop. So I'm just giving away money.
I'll vote for £1.
For £1, I'd like to know what people are feeling. Are you feeling? Are you leaning towards or against, Pat?
This is like £1. I'll tell you. No.
Pat knows the game now.
Pat's an expert.
I just like, aren't we like 2 things away from losing at this point?
Right. That's what we
Or is
need to
that, like-
That's why we need to help the company as much as possible, right? It's harder to fail if it has lower expenses.
True.
What are you thinking, Lily?
Because it's literally just lower expensive because the +1 strength does nothing right now, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty indifferent. I think I don't mind the lowering expenses. I'll probably go for.
That's what I think too. Like, there's no reason not to take lower expenses right now.
See, the table's going 4, Luke. Are you really going to go against that?
They could switch their votes on you.
They could.
I'm guaranteeing you.
But you could set the tone.
I know. So you give me £1, I'll set it towards for you.
You're already getting £1 if it passes.
Yeah, and I want £2.
You already have my 2 or less.
Yeah, but that was an earlier deal. You can't look at that.
I'm just saying you're asking for a lot of money from me when I'm trying to give you money.
You give me £1.
That's what you're asking for, so I'm trying to give you £1.
So are you saying no to my deal?
I can give you consent for nepotism.
I'll take it and we'll see where this goes in the future. I don't know
Okay.
if they'll use it, but I'm curious. Okay. I'll vote for.
Okay. Lily?
Yeah, I'll do 3-4.
Yeah, I follow suit.
Okay. I will not open another round of voting. The motion succeeds. Regiments no longer cost expenses. Unrest is worth +1 strength. And everyone with a workshop gets £1 per.
Maybe I should have bought that second workshop.
Okay. Refresh. Everyone pay for your retirements. And then we unexhaust things. Oh, that's a little annoying with local alliances in there now. Can't just highlight them all. That's good. Luke, did you pay your
I did.
Okay.
Is it just me or are we really poor?
Yeah, that's John Company. With us,
Is that
at least.
okay?
With us, with our bad rolls.
Oh, I'm just
Okay.
gonna say, like, well, that wasn't even bad rolls.
Yeah.
That was people paying out money that we don't.
It's true. All right, London season. Roll for attrition for each of your offices. And remember, if you have any fatigue, that adds a +1 modifier to your roll for each fatigue. Mother. Okay.
Oh no. Bye, Bombay. Wait, they go to retirement.
They go
Right.
to your pensioners box, which is where retirers to be are. Lily's rolling.
Hey, Guerric, I'm going to cash this in.
Sounds good. All three of
Oh, yeah,
our
we put-
presidents. That's funny. Okay. So resolving retirements, starting with Lily.
Hey, let me think.
That looks like a good time to cash in your 2 or less.
It doesn't get me to the next one though.
And it doesn't stop me from getting to the one I want.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
What do the window symbols do mean? I know it's taxes, but like
They are
It's $1 of tax whenever they trigger.
certain policies on here you'll see have a window tax icon, and that just means for each window symbol it taxes £1 when you resolve that
Got it.
policy. So what you think, Lily? You're still first.
I know. Yeah, I'll just spend the 8 and send her to this one.
All right, Pat, you're next.
I mean, right? That's the right call.
Yeah, it's the right call, pretty much. Yep, I guess I will spend 8 unless I can somehow convince somebody to loan me $2. Does anyone?
Guerric,
I
I
mean-
would give you $2 back if you.
If I.
You don't have enough. That's the thing. Is like you don't have like. I mean, I guess there's that blackmail card. I don't know what's good. That's even.
I'm gonna hold on to the blackmail for now, but if
If you had something else, I would ask for it, but you don't have a.
I can give you my 2 or less.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I just took it away. I'm not. I want that with something else. To get...
Does anyone else have anything that they're willing to?
I don't feel like pushing you to 14. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally valid. Lily, same? Sounds like it. Okay.
I'm thinking. Yeah, no.
Okay. I'll just spend 8 and send my retirement to there. Okay. That's all of our retirements. So now we do prestige cards. Pat spent the most this round, so Pat gets first choice of the London season display.
I mean, this one I don't want because of where I'm tokened right now. That seems kind of bad.
Yeah.
This means I just can't get any more, and this guy has 2 tokens on him, so that
it's
seems
not.
bad.
It's just enterprise cards, not spouses.
Yeah,
It's
spouses and enterprises are different.
So it would be like you can't take these, but you can take more spouses. Well, right? Or can you not? How many spouses can you have in this game?
You can have multiple.
So there's polygamy in John Company.
I think the implication is they are married to different people within your family.
Nope. That's not. You can't tell me.
So I don't know where I think this is the right call then if I can do that because I can also take the black cards, right?
Yeah, black cards are not enterprises, so you could still take those. Straight VP is just good. It's just good.
You're already very ahead, and now you're even more ahead.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm gonna do that.
easily the right choice. Okay. Next, it's tied between Lily and myself for spending the most. First, we check window icons, in which case we're tied. and then it is Prime Minister. So that's me. I will lament my position. Let me give myself my 4 VP. God, Mr. Rochester is just so rough. And I really could use some votes. I really could. I'm going to take the Rotten Boroughs and just regret it. I'll just regret it. Lily, would you like Mr. Rochester?
Yeah, I'll take him.
Okay.
I'll regret it later, but I'll take him.
Okay. That is our London season. We refresh the display. Oh, there's those blackmail cards. They're way down there.
Did you shuffle?
I did. I shuffled a lot.
Wow.
Okay, family phase, starting with Lily.
Hey, Lily, I'm going to cash in this 2 or less.
Okay.
Well, I think I have some idea of what Luke's going to do now.
Pat, I'm also stealing your money, taking money from you.
Okay.
You gonna buy a Shipyard
Honestly,
then?
that is not that big of a deal to me. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a share.
We're gonna buy a share. Cool.
We don't do that enough in our
We don't do that
games.
enough. Yeah.
And it's a
I-
good...
I don't do many things. Honestly, normally I only enlist writers or enlist officers, and I'm apparently forcing myself to be different this game.
All right, Pat, you're up.
I'm just gonna do my 2 writers thing.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna stick with enlisting officers and just live with regret. Sweet.
Oh,
Okay. Hiring phase. We have 3 to get through. They are the 3 presidencies. President of Bombay is up first, and it's chosen by Director of Trade. Pat, you have all the power here.
I can't choose myself though, right? Because I was there.
Correct. No, you can't choose yourself because there's another option. Unless you had the consent for nepotism card from Luke.
Damn it.
Which you could negotiate for now if you want.
I just realized I should have used this because you don't have access to it anymore. Oh well.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
a risk.
I didn't think of that as an option. Oh well.
All right. Next,
Tis the
President
lesson
of
learned.
Madras. You have no competition, so you may choose yourself. And then Bengal, you have competition, so you must choose Lily unless you can negotiate consent for nepotism.
You can still have it. It's fine.
Okay. That's our hiring. So Chairman, Lily.
Do we do shares first? And
Oh,
then
I'm
do it,
sorry.
or
We
just-
do shares. That should have happened at the start of hiring, technically. So we have a debt. It absorbs this into the Court of Directors. Then we move on to Chairman. Lily?
Sorry. I should stop thinking in my head and think out loud, huh?
You should.
I will say, Lily, that I need a little bit of money to reopen Madras potentially.
Mm,
Admittedly, I will probably open orders there. No, actually, I'm not president of Madras anymore. So yeah, I don't care.
and you can only open one order at best.
Unless he also opens one with.
It only technically needs one to gain access to Hyderabad and
Hyderabad, yeah, that's fair.
Mysore
That's
and-
fair.
So it's not the worst idea.
Yeah. Okay. I think I have to take 3 debt again. Because I really feel like I need money everywhere.
We do. That's what happens
It's
when
a
you
good
pay
thing we
dividends.
dividend last time.
This is the consequence of paying dividends. Is you have to take debt.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, got me enough for retirement, so shut up. Anyway, 18. How does math work? So we only need 2 ships there. 1 ship there. We would need 2 ships in the south, if that opens.
I can move 1 too instead of buying.
2 ships in the east, right? I know. I'm just trying to see if, because I mean, if we had 3 ships in the west, I feel like then we do the 4-3-6, which isn't the worst either. Is the issue? So, and I mean, I have a ship to be fitted, so it's not like it's the worst thing for only 3. But
Oh, right.
I think we need more. Like, we want to try to maximize. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to get more ships out.
No. Like I said, 3 ships in the west, 2 ships in the east, and 2 ships in the south wouldn't be the worst combination.
No, I agree.
You don't think we need more ships than that?
I mean, while it wouldn't be bad to have more ships than that, we only have $18 to work with, and we need to give money to the director of trade to open up that order.
Well, you could always
I
take
don't
another
trust
debt.
Well, that's fair. I could take another debt, but that scares me. I don't know.
If people wanted me to open orders in Madras, I would be open to it for the right price.
What's the right price?
Well, let's see. Invading India is better for me long term because it means I could invade again next turn. So I'm sacrificing like £2 and a turn of tempo. I would.
Well, who's even in control of the Army of Madras? There's no one there.
I have military affairs. I can make sure that I have majority there, and commanders are determined by who has majority at the end of the military affairs phase. Which is a good question. What's the right price? What can I get for it? What about a shipyard?
A shipyard?
Yeah. From any person. Any one of you.
Oh, you're not getting it from me.
All right, this is maybe sounding like a non sequitur, so we can go back to your other plan. Or non-starter, I should say. It was just an idea. An idea that nobody liked.
I would love to do that, just not for a shipyard, because it's that for me that's just like kills my game because it's all I have.
Let's start allocating funds and then find out where we're at.
Well, I mean, easiest would be $3 to shipping for the 1 ship that we have that's unfitted, and then 5 to everything else, except then we have to put something in director of trade. And I really don't want to take on another debt.
Well, you could always do extra ships.
You still need money.
Yeah, it still would need the money though. That's the issue. The other thing I could do is 3 to director of trade and then 4 to everybody, and hope that that's enough.
I mean, yeah, you have to roll a 3 here, 3 dice, and you'd be rolling on 3 dice here.
That's the other issue.
I'd also be rolling on 3 dice on this, or 4 dice. Yeah, only 3 dice to try and. There's a few.
It's the best thing I can think of with the money that we have.
Yep, I agree. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
It'd be easier if Guerric would cooperate, but he's a jerk. So
I mean, I'm offering my price.
yeah, your price is too high.
I mean, if I invade, I get a trophy, I get tempo, I get more money, so my price needs to be high.
Wait, so if you invade, you get good things, so you want more good things on top of the good things?
No, I'm offering to not invade and instead open the orders in the region.
Oh, right. I forgot there's a difference.
Yeah, that was the deal.
Oh.
I mean, MJ, I'd ask for a workshop, but I think that would get even more upset if I were to say that.
I have one of those, so I can't do anything about that. We don't have any blackmail cards, MJ. We've gotten none.
We've had, what is it, 3 cycles through the prestige pile and no blackmails.
Well, you're the only one, Guerric.
Yeah, I started with one, and that's it.
Okay, what are we doing, Louie?
I think I'll just do the 4-4-4-3 split unless anyone else has a better idea. And let's just hope for the best. And if it closes, it closes.
Okay.
And Pat will win.
Pat, with Director of Trade. You unfortunately need some of those dice now.
No. Yeah, I'm just gonna take them down before they fall. Okay. So my first thing is to roll 3 to try and open something in Madras, I think.
Yep, that was the plan. Although technically you get to choose what to do after you roll, if it's a success.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a failure.
Not a bad failure, though, but...
No. Okay, so you have 2 transfers if you would like them.
Yeah, that really sucks.
You definitely want to transfer stuff out to the... Like, if you want the go to succeed, you want to transfer things out to the west and east, because we can't trade in the south.
Yeah.
Unless you pay Guerric his exorbitant amount, so...
I think it is fair and just. All right. Director of Shipping, Lily.
I will fit the ship.
Yep.
And I will throw it in the south.
Why are you talking
What?
the south?
Wait. Oh, wait. No, not in the south. Sorry.
Yeah,
brain.
the South didn't open.
Yeah, no, I realized my brain just was on autopilot.
All right, military affairs. No transfers. We're going to dump all of them in here. It's tied between... Oh, no, it's not tied. There's an extra one in there. Where'd that come from?
You've always had 4. You always had 4. One to start, then 2 2s.
Okay. Cool. I won't argue with it. Commander of Bombay. Luke, would you like to do anything? No. Now would you like to sail?
Yes. And I'm gonna roll 3.
Yep. For 2 regions.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm taking my 1.
And that's 13 for the company.
And I get 2.
Don't you get 3? Because
Yeah, you filled
have
3
3
orders.
ships.
3. Sorry. I forgot that we had 3 ships, so...
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, moved one over.
Commander of Madras is going to invade in Madras. Electric Boogaloo. 1, 2, 3. It's 2 dice. 3 dice. 4 dice. One, 2, 3, 4. 5. That's probably... I can't afford to not go overkill.
It's gonna be great when he rolls nothing but 5s and 6s, right?
Yeah, and he all dies and I stay alive, or...
Oh, yeah, I guess that is a point, is I have to roll death checks in all of these.
Damn it. I shouldn't say it. I don't know actually where I sit on it because it's like taking a chance to die for also getting a bunch of loot. So it's a weird.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it this way. We'll leave the 3 regiments behind. You make a good point, Luke. All right, invading. We have 5 dice.
No, this will be great when this is all 5s and 6s.
All right, we have a success. Perfect. We roll death checks. I'll roll my 4. Sorry, 3.
Oh.
Oh!
Yep. A mistake of it.
Nope, that's 1 death. Okay. So we remove the tower. That's 4 loot. We don't get the region bonus. 1, 2, 3. 1 to you, Luke. 3 to me. And I get a trophy. Just half the reason of doing it. And we reopen.
That was actually interesting. I'm actually happy that we did it that way because even though it did hurt me, it's cool to see how that worked out.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Because you can then just like kill off your opponent's pieces.
Yeah.
In a way that we couldn't do that before, really.
Okay, governor is vacant, so president could sail. There's the home port's closed, so we move on to commander of Bengal, has nothing to do. Oh, does that open orders to invade? I thought that was just impose order.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. My skimming is not seeing it. Okay. Lily, president of Bengal.
All right. I'm gonna just go ahead and roll.
You
I
got
think
this,
I
Lily.
4.
You're not going for the -1 for 4?
Oh wait, yeah, no, never mind.
All right, put them down.
Sorry. These don't count.
Yep.
Although I wish they did. Just the 1 though.
Come on, Lily.
Hey,
Nice.
that's a
Good
success.
enough. All right, so that's 15. So 28. I get $3.
I get 1.
All right, you gave the company its money.
Yes, it did.
All right, bonuses. Everyone take your bonuses.
That's the black numbers, correct?
Correct. And then revenue and expenses.
So actually, the company has, because the regiments don't count.
Company owes 16 by my count.
Why? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 6, 13, right?
Plus these 3 officers.
4, 5.
Why? Regiments don't count. not all
Yeah,
officers,
regiments don't
right.
count, but officers still do.
Yeah.
Yep, 16.
Okay. So that takes it down to 12. We exceed expectations. So
Where did that law end up? I don't see it.
it's over in my area.
Oh, okay.
Derek's hiving it.
It's supposed to indicate that I have a power for it, you know. Lily, would you like to pay dividends?
Yes, everyone. I'll pay it twice too, because it's even. That'll move our standing up.
Will it? 1, 2, 3,
Oh, wait.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, paying it twice. Yeah.
And I get $6, so there's no way I'm not doing this.
Standing rises up 1 because you paid out at least 10. Pat, you get 2. Luke, you get 2. I get 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is super wild.
Lily gets 6.
Liz gonna just hold the company afloat with buying shares and paying out to it.
Okay, Lily, events in India. Roll the event die.
I don't wanna!
Oh my.
All right, storms in all 3 seas.
everywhere?
Yep.
I'm gonna roll for my ship right here.
I'm rolling for my ships next to their charters.
Bye-bye.
All right, yeah, roll wherever it makes sense for you. The company ship is the only thing that's going to guaranteed survive.
He is still at that one, so this Fortitude's gone, and Eliza gets hurt.
Woo!
Nice.
2 2s.
Okay. And then we have 1 event, which is peace. Peace. So
I guess it's
no, yeah, it's across this border.
Sorry.
So we would open both of those, but they're both open, and then we increase the tower level of both. Yep. Oh no, wait. This is this? Oh, there. Yeah, there's the tower. I just couldn't see it for a second. Ooh, look, I don't like that, but that's pretty good. The elephant redirects to Maratha, which is over here, and the symbol is a triangle, which is hard to see now. There it is. Thank you.
Wait, is it into triangle or is it the triangle that's already in Maratha?
Oh no, yeah, it's that one. Good catch.
And is it not a rebellion because it's not Imperial Advance because Maratha's dominated?
Maratha's not dominated. It's
So they're part of this Mughal Empire up here.
Let me check. The region is currently dominated. Yeah, you're right. It should be rebelling against its controller. Good catch, Luke. Good catch.
You're welcome.
Okay, Parliament meets. Let's see what we got. Writer graft reform. Writer bonuses are paid to the company balance track instead. The writer privileges law is in effect. Discard it. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. Power could go to workshops or to luxuries. Does anyone have opinions on this law?
Pat does not want this law.
Yeah, I really don't.
I think everyone else is okay with this law. And like not a like would be
If you, yeah.
Lily, what are you feeling?
I guess it depends. I don't know. I don't like it mainly just because of the power bonuses on the wheel.
I mean, if I choose luxuries, I could just not change anything.
Or you could choose boats.
No, because it has to. My options are workshop or luxuries.
And if he chooses luxuries, he can't bump boats up over the luxuries. Or anything like that. Not that he would want to.
So what do you say, Lily?
I think I'd be okay with it as long as you went for luxury power and just didn't change anything.
And Luke, what are you thinking?
part of me almost wants. I would be okay. I would vote for it, but if you went for well, shoot, because if Lily votes against them, we're screwed. So, I guess luxuries is fine. Because the only other thing I could see is voting for it, but doing it for factories to knock down ships. But that's going to get them. I mean, Pat's already against it, so I guess it's.
Should we take it to a vote? It sounds like
We should definitely take it to a vote. I think it's up to you on which way you want to swing it.
All right. I'll take it up to vote, and we'll do luxuries power.
I'll vote for.
All right. You have 3 votes? I have 3 votes, so I will also... I forgot I got that Rotten Burrows. Okay. Lily?
I'll vote for.
Pat?
I'll vote against, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's the principle of
It's
the thing,
principle.
Pat.
All right, the motion passes. All right, I will choose to, I guess, do nothing with the power, because that was part of the deal, right? I'll flip these 2. Even though I kind of want to bump it. I should bump it. I'm going to bump it. Workshops are worth power. Shipyards aren't. Lily can be greedy. I can be greedy. Okay. Refresh. Everyone pay your retirements. And then clear all this stuff out. Yep, that's good. Stuff up here. All right, everyone good?
Mm-hmm.
London season. Round 4. Roll for retirements.
Oh fuck.
Well, I finally lost shipping.
Oh my, this looks like a lot of retirements. Okay. Is that everyone's retirements? So Lily, you're first up.
All right. I don't have anyone's money to extort, so I will just go ahead with the 8. And she goes here.
Right, Chocolate Blue, right? Pat, you are up. You have 2 retirements if you want them. You also alternatively could just buy
Hey,
a
actually,
single...
Lily, before you do that,
Yes?
I would give you £2.
Okay. For what? I'll give my 2 or less.
I need a little bit more than just the 2 or less.
I can give you my 2 or less and a consent for nepotism.
Uh,
Hmm. I could give you an office holder's bonus card.
yeah, I could take that. Yep.
All right, here you go.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Fine. So let me just shift my peoples. That increases that to that.
Okay, back to Pat.
I'm gonna do that, even though I'm probably gonna live to regret that choice.
Okay, and then the other one just goes to the poorhouse. I have no retirements, so it goes to Luke. Okay, prestige cards. Lily and Luke have the 2 highest retirements, so they'll have first pick. The tiebreaker between them is number of window icons they have, so it's going to go to Lily.
Oh, is it really Windows now? That's how
It's
it is?
window, then prime minister,
Ah,
which is like the most capricious thing there could be. You know, like it's just nonsense.
Let's do this one.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna. It was if you didn't take it, I was gonna take it.
Windows.
Ooh, the question is, do I take the Enterprise or do I take the Blackmail card on top?
Can you do that?
Because I can do that, right?
No, you
take
can't do that. You don't have the thing for
You
that.
can't. Oh, is it? You have to.
There's a
unless
power for
it's- I thought it was a option. Okay, ignore me. I'll just
And
take-
I'm not allowed to take it because of my spouse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a rough prestige thing for you. Okay. So that gets discarded. We fill up the display. And then we go to the families phase. Starting with the chairman. Good old Esther with her misaligned text. Lily?
Well, now I'm broke.
Oh, we probably need to upgrade.
I only have one option.
VP. Oh, looks like, okay. Y'all are good. All right, Pat?
Man, I'm in trouble. I mean, I don't know if I care about being in control of Madras at all, considering this.
It's
but,
maybe a retirement, you know?
Yeah. I'll just do that.
All right. I will enlist officers.
Well, double checking really quickly.
What's up?
Wouldn't he get an extra rider?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
of-
the new writer rule? I don't actually even. I'll be honest. I don't actually know how it works.
It is if 3 or more offices are vacant, take an additional writer when you enlist a writer. And because there are 4 offices vacant.
Okay, well there you go. Is that for anyone who takes that action?
Yes.
That is tempting, but I'll stick with my officers. It's kind of tempting, though.
I'm gonna put the extra one on just in case so I can take it off if not.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's on the stupidest location possible. It's in here.
Yeah.
That is the worst place you could possibly put that. So, Luke, it's to you.
I'm enlisting officers.
Yeah. That's not how that works, Luke.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry. I wasn't looking. I was trying to go for the next one.
I'm just joking. All right, hiring. We got a bunch of them. So first up is Director of Trade, chosen by Chairman Lily. Oh, is it a max of 2 now, Hayes? I do remember Cole saying something like that. So Pat would only get 2. Okay. That's... God, this is such a fiddly rule. I do not like this at all. I like what it's doing. I don't like how it's executed.
Fair. All right. Director of Trade. Officers. So I've got me and or Guerric. So I choose Guerric.
I'll
pick him. Just pick him. Don't let him do military.
Consider any office except
no.
governor.
I have nepotism problems here, Guerric. You don't have a choice.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what? Consider any office except governors.
Any of the offices that are.
Oh, any officers in line.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
It's literally just between me and you. I got no choices here.
Okay.
I don't think that does the fatigue and unrest does the fatigue
they
go?
go.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
move
they
with
transfer.
them.
They transfer? I
Yeah.
did not realize that.
Because it's the same
because
person.
they're stressed. The same person's stressed out of their mind.
Fair. Okay. All right. Writers for shipping. So I've got Pat. Pat, you are now shipping. Congratulations.
All right.
Military affairs. Commanders.
Lily, what can I give you to give me military affairs back?
Why don't you have anything?
I can give you some money, maybe.
What do you mean by the money? Please clarify.
I can give you my 2 or less. I could give you...
I want more than the 2 or less is the issue here.
How much cash do you want?
It's just like, please, good gosh.
Let's do 2 or less and $3.
And $3? What? I won't even make that much in military. What are you talking about?
Yes, you will.
Let me...
You 100% make that much in military. Are you kidding me? You've got 2 officers in the military blocks, plus your 3 officers in Madras already. Of course you will make more than $3.
No, but I mean, I'm also giving you my 2 or less, so that's effectively £5, and I would
Depends
be making...
on when I cash it in.
And I would be making £5 this round.
I mean, I wanted your office holders bonus, which would be the exact same thing.
Lily, don't give it to him. Remember what he's done already.
I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine with him doing these things. I'm mad at him, but I'm fine with it. I just want money off of it.
£1.
2.
And the 2 or less?
Yep. I did 2 or less in the £1 earlier in the game.
How about
right
this?
now, it's more in demand, so I think 2's a fair price.
How about this? I'll give you the 3 and the 2 or less for your decide
Okay.
how I vote on top of this.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Oopsie.
Done. Don't take all my dudes.
I'm not trying to take your dudes. Okay. I'm military affairs. Woo!
All right.
I overspent on that.
And then I don't have to pay attention.
President of Bombay, chosen by Director of Trade, which is me. Oh, why would you do this to me? I can choose
Because
writers.
I was forced to.
Writers
It's
and-
really just Pat. Just choose Pat.
Yeah, I know. There you go, Pat. You're president of Bombay. President of Madras. There you go.
Okay.
Governor of Madras. We can choose writers and officers in that presidency. There's no writers left, so we can choose officers. I can't choose myself without.
I can consent if you give me. Honestly, no. I'd rather you just put me in.
Yeah, I was like, I would be surprised if I could give you anything that's worth it.
Yeah. I was like, nah. I look over, like, nope.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Sweet. We'll have a governor. I can teach governors. Hiring is done. We're on to chairman. Lily.
Oh yeah, this part.
Yeah, you're back to thinking.
Well, I don't really have any other choices, man.
Oh, it is President that picks the governor. I completely forgot that. Hayes, you're right. Hold on. Rolling it back. I do not
Rolling
pick
it back.
governor. Pat picks governor, which means Pat can pick either Luke or myself. So, Pat, you get to pick a governor. This is maybe a time for me to teach how governors work so you understand what's going on. So here's how governors work. They will get a dice pool as indicated on the card. That will be 4 dice for this one. And then what they can do is they can roll their dice pool. If they have a success, they can perform any of those 3 actions, which are to either tax, placing £2 into either the presidency coffers or the company coffers. And if they do that too many times in the same turn, it causes unrest. Or they could place a regiment into the corresponding army. Or they can work towards building a company ship. The first time you take that action, you put it into the region. And then the second time you take it, it puts that into the C zone for the governor. And then after your roll and you perform an action, you remove 1 die from the pool and you may roll again. And you can keep doing that until you either run out of dice or you choose not to roll. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, yep.
Oh, I was just going to say, you will get £1 for every successful action you take as a governor. And unrest is the price of failure. It's this stuff here. Unrest in a region adds toward any rebellion or crisis or anything like that. So it makes the region more vulnerable. But it can be removed with impose order. And now you know everything.
Now, what's the benefit of like keeping that separate from who's gonna? Because you're going to be leading here because you have control, right?
Yes.
So, what's the benefit of?
Well, in my opinion, I think you want me as governor because you have my office holders bonus, which means you can use it on my governor to make money.
Make $1?
No,
it
it makes money for every
4.
successful roll, so it
Yep.
could be up to 4, yeah.
That is true. Even if it's like 1 or 2, I should do. Yeah, I'm gonna choose you just for that reason. You're right. As much as it shouldn't be.
I don't know about that. I still only have 4 victory points, guys.
That's also true.
Okay. So we fixed that. We're on to chairman. Lily took 2 debt, right?
Yes, I did.
And how would you like to allocate your funds?
I don't feel like we need more ships. I mean, I guess more ships wouldn't be the worst thing. There's no guarantee Guerric will move something out of the south because I know as hell he's not going to open the region.
I mean, he could open up as trade.
He won't, though. You can just
Oh.
choose not to, so I'm not going to give him money.
No, I was just going to cheat Chocolate Blue. Just have a company ship halfway built.
Where do we have governors?
Just the one
Just
in
one.
Madras.
Just that one. Okay. So that's not really helpful. I think I'm gonna do 4 here. I don't know if there's 4 there, because Luke, move your hand.
Oh, sorry.
And I'll give money to do a temporary ship instead of fitting mine, because I feel like that's probably more better for money wise. Yes, I can speak.
All right. So that's our 10.
Yep.
Okay. Director of Trade. Director of Trade has 2 transfers. Company standing is there. Yeah, it's fine. No transfers. So shipping.
You're not gonna move that one out of south?
Yeah.
He doesn't want.
Okay.
I don't want the company to fail, but I don't want it to succeed too well because I'm trying to keep the company just barely alive.
Zombie company.
Yeah. So Pat, you are director of shipping. Would you like to buy an extra ship?
Might as well.
Yay! I get $1. Thank you for doing business.
This is where I have to be selfish, and I'm gonna put it here.
Okay.
I wish that happened more. I mean, this thing could be crazy. If
I'll be
you had
honest, it's not
shipping.
even that selfish because we get 6 instead of a 4. So
No, yeah, it makes sense.
I was already rolling 1 extra anyway. It's actually not selfish. It's just technically
it's not.
selfish.
Yeah.
It's not.
All right, military affairs. Military affairs. There's no transfers to care about. These are definitely going in here, which means we can put these in here, which means we can put this in here. Hey, look at that! Isn't that great? I choose ties. We move on to President of Bombay, Pat.
Oh, that's an insult. I, as the commander of Bombay, say no to attacking Guerric. Thank you very much.
You know what? If you want to negotiate for a local alliance with your president, I will say that you get a turn.
No.
Beautiful.
I'm rolling 3 dice because I'm going into another zone.
Yep.
I appreciate that, Pat.
Hey, nice.
I had thought about it for a quick second. A very quick second.
All right. So that's
So I get 3 for that.
and that's 13 for the company.
Okay. That's really good.
All right, and
I
then
really
on
needed that to
to
work.
the next region. Commander of Madras is going to invade Hyderabad.
Of course they are. There's like no way you weren't.
Yeah,
invading
right,
Hyderabad.
right. All right, it's got a strength of 1, so that nulls that out.
Is
1
he gonna kill me
die,
off? He probably will.
2 die, 3 die, 4 die, 5 die, maybe.
Ooh, he doesn't try to kill me this time. That is so big though, because there was such an issue this turn for you with that. I love that actually. I love that it's an always a death check. I think that's really good.
Yeah, I like this change. It's good. My only issue is that it's no longer congruent with region loss death checks. That's
I'm
my only
okay
issue.
that with that. I don't think that. I mean, I know that you like having things like exact and exact. I think for me though, it makes sense that region loss is so much more that like it's more towards catastrophic failure if you're thinking about it like that. And then
All right, yeah, we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna do. No, we're gonna put an extra Luke in there. Yeah, we're gonna do it that way. 5 dice. 4, 5. Rolling. Okay, we got our successes. Oh, I love it.
that was like the best roll we've had in a long time.
I know, right? All right, and then go ahead and roll death checks. I will take those 1s, thank you.
Right into 6s.
Okay, nothing for
I'm
me.
good.
Lily, you need to roll a death check.
Oh, right, I have an officer.
Yeah.
So weird for me.
You can roll that 6.
Sounds good. I hope it's a 6 just now, so it feels like you cursed me.
Oh,
Okay.
so close.
So close.
Damn it!
All right. That's 1 tower level, which is 1 trophy. I'm going to take that before I forget. So that's 4 pounds plus the 5 pound region bonus, which is 9 pounds total. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to be a total of 5 for me, 2 for Luke, 1 for Lily, 1 to the ether. Assuming I counted that all correctly, which I think I did.
You did. You
Okay.
did.
All right. Then we're on to the governor of Madras. That is me. I'm going to take 4 dice for my dice pool. We're going to roll it. We got a success. So that's 1 pound.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm
Don't take
gonna
the money yet.
I'm gonna stack it with this. We are going to build a regiment.
They're effectively free defense now, so that's actually kind
Yeah, they're just free defense. So we're gonna do that. All right, rolling again. As another
Nice.
success, we will build another regiment. Remove a die. I don't think I care to push it anymore. So if you want to take that 2, Pat.
Yep, I do.
Okay, sounds good. On to the president of Madras. Nothing to sail. So over to president of
Hey,
Bengal.
hey. Let me 1 sec. Let me check the board. That's
Okay, president of Bengal, Lily.
Yep. I will be going to do the thing. I'm only selling to 1 region, so I don't lose any dice.
Oh, that's not a
and
roll.
that's not it.
There you go.
That is the best roll I've ever done.
So
we
that
put
means
one.
the company-
holders bonus.
Who me? Oh, I don't get a writer bonus because of your law. 1 goes into the coffer of the company.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and then
Forgot about that.
And I
Yeah,
took the 2.
and then you're taking the office holders bonus away from me.
Good catch, Pat. I totally forgot about that.
I'm
Okay.
sad about it, but that's why I
Sorry,
remembered
Pat.
it.
Bonuses. Everyone take your bonuses.
No, there was so much retirement. I lost 1 gold instead of like what 5 that was potential. Like I'm okay with it.
Hip show Bob. I can become
Oh,
famous.
bonuses.
Get out of here.
1, 2, 3.
It's the first time they've had like a legit name.
Yeah, right? All
Oh,
right.
is it a bot?
Yeah, it was a bot.
Yeah.
Revenue. 4, 5, 6. I think 20.
13?
Don't forget the 8 debt.
Oh, that's 21 that I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I counted this one. You're right.
Okay.
Sorry.
So 20 brings us down to 5. Uh-oh. We do not meet expectations. And Lily cannot pay out dividends. Phew. Events in India.
Ooh.
Lily, roll the event die.
Come on, give us a nice big storm so we lose all our fucking
Or
boats.
4 events. 4 events is good too.
Okay. I did the ships one.
All right.
Guerric, we've discovered Pat curses me better than you curse me.
I love
So,
it.
in my home games, people say I'm not allowed to talk because I have a bad habit of calling stuff.
All right, well, my 2 ships are fine. I rolled for mine.
Okay.
Mine are both dead.
Yours are both dead.
dead.
No, shipyard stays. The ship just comes back
Oh.
to the shipyard, and it just needs to be fitted again.
Thank you.
Okay, and then we have 1 event. Doo-boo-boo. Crisis. So that is going to be a strength of 4 versus 2. That's going to be a success. So I think that's going to be a Shattered Empire. Let me just confirm. Boo, 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 boo. Rebellion. No, maybe not. This is just a rebellion, so it just liberates itself, it seems. Yeah, I think that's all that happens. Okay, Elephant's March. It was not an invasion, so we're gonna go to Punjab, which means we're going to go to its capital. That's funny. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. Pretty sure that's how that works. Even though there's no symbol there. Yeah. Okay. That's our event. We're on to Parliament Meets. Let's see what we got. Treasury reform.
Yes, let's do that one.
All loot is now added to the company's balance. I hate that.
We're with France! Damn it!
Zamindar taxes. During the bonuses phase, each governor takes £1. Failed administer actions place 2 unrest instead of 1. Well, I like that, but I have the funny feeling nobody would support it. Let's see what we got. Board of Control.
The first time I haven't seen War with France.
Yeah, we haven't seen War with France this game. It's crazy. Once per turn, after any office except the chairman has finished acting, the prime minister may remove its office holder. The piece is returned to its supply, and the office card is added to the vacant office's box. Okay. Not great. How do I get any of these to pass?
You can't pull more than 3?
No, 3's it. 3's the limit. Oh boy. So you know, just reading the table. Would y'all prefer Zamindar taxes or Board of Control?
I have no opinion. You have my vote.
This is true. Luke and Pat?
I'm letting you choose this, Guerric.
Luke. That just means you're going to vote no for anything.
No, that doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. It does not mean that.
I mean, if you really wanted one to pass, could you not just pick this one?
I don't want that one.
Well, if you want one to pass, otherwise I can't promise anything. If you want one to pass and stay prime minister, pick that one. I will definitely vote with that one.
All right, we'll choose Zamindar taxes. The bonus.
Remember, you made a choice.
We're gonna do bonus for shares. It starts at -2. I will throw 3 votes at it. And we'll let it ride and see how it looks from there. Luke?
What is that bonus for shares? It means that like Lily gets all the shares get extra money, or
Yeah, each share pays £1 basically. Not from the company, just like that you just get £1 for having a share.
Yeah.
Luke?
Guerric, I would vote 4 if you give me £1 in your rotten borough.
And the Rotten Borough? Get out of here. That's crazy.
Okay, I voted against
What's Rotten Borough?
It's 3 votes.
3
And
votes.
it's worth 2 power at the end
that
because
thing.
it's a luxury.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
That's obscene. All right, you're voting against?
Yeah, I'm voting against.
All right, Lily, how are you voting?
Do you not want to decide for me?
I mean, I would like to not have to use it.
Make him use it. Make him use it.
I mean, it's good for you anyway. Getting $3 for it.
Yeah, but I'm giving you another power. But then again, it's really just Pat's decision. And it's not like the one next time's gonna matter that much because the game's just gonna end. Yeah, I'll just vote for.
1, 2, 3. All right, Pat.
Question.
Sure.
I don't have to vote. I can just skip and let you decide what you want to do.
Yeah. So how that would go is I would have the option of either opening another round of voting, in which case we'd just go all the way around again, or I could choose just to end the vote with at whatever position it's at.
But you guys could put money in if you wanted, right?
We could, yes.
Yeah, I'll just pass.
Can I convince you to vote for? I can offer you my office holders bonus.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
He can hold it back. He can just try to get one and make it that you just don't get anything.
I can promise not to. Is there any price that you would want?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
What could you give me that would actually benefit me? What did Luke want? Was it 2 in that enterprise?
1 in that enterprise.
1 in the enterprise.
Oh, you can't take enterprises. Don't forget about that.
I could take it. Wouldn't it just get discarded?
Yeah, I would just get started.
Oh, take or own. I cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot take or own.
Yeah,
So he can just give it to me and it'll get discarded. It goes away. No one gets it. But no, I
you
can't.
can't even take it.
Bad do you want this? 2 gold or 2 euro and take the officer's hold bonus.
2. Okay. I'll do it.
Okay. You have my vote.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. The motion passes. So there we go. Everyone with a share gets £1 per share. And that's that. Onto the refresh phase. Pay for your retirements, everyone. And then...
Hey, Lily, I'm going to give you back your
I just realized.
You
Okay.
go for it.
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I took 5 off, not 4 off last time, but I honestly can't remember. That's okay.
Not a huge deal.
It's not. Well, it kind of is because that $1 stops me from going here if I have to retire. But
well, it's a learning game.
But I genuinely don't remember, so it's not a
It's
big
fine.
deal. I'll just
All right, everyone finished with refresh phase? Final round. London season. Roll for retirements.
Oh god.
Wow.
Yep, there we go.
Wow. Really? Okay. Wow.
Oh.
I don't know that I wanted that, but okay.
Wow, I just lost both governors.
Wow, how is that possible? All right, everyone done with rolling attrition?
Yes.
So who has retirements? Lily, former chairman, you go first.
Guerric, give me money.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not retiring anyway.
I will retire. I will retire Guerric into here.
He's so excited about it.
I can tell.
I will forever be grateful to Cheap for making that, so I could put it into TTS. All right.
Pretty hilarious.
It is really hilarious. Pat, you are up. Yeah, MJ, those retirement rolls were nuts. I can't believe it.
Well, I guess I retire 1 to here.
I'd give you. No, I can't afford to do that. Yeah, never mind.
You can't afford to do this. It's all good.
I wanted to do a 1 for 2 for less, but like that just. I need you guys to score as little as possible if I have any chance, which I really don't have. But
It's all good.
Okay. So prestige cards. Who had the higher value retirement?
We tied.
Okay, so then it's window icons, which goes to
it's
Lily.
Lily.
Yeah. So Lily, you may take any of the cards in the display, peeking at the blackmails before.
I can't
deciding.
beat the blackmails. Okay, I wasn't sure if that's still a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, and I should mention the power awards on the blackmail is sticky. You can use the power. You can use the effect of the card and keep the power bonus.
Okay.
That is a change from how we played it before. That's how it works now. Ooh,
Take this one.
cool. All right, Pat.
What's the button? Alt what?
Alt Shift. I know, Shackle Blue. It's still silly that you can look at them, but it's better than it. It's better than the hidden interests, at least. Okay. This one gets discarded. We refill the display. Ooh. Spicy. Family phase.
I'm gonna use my blackmail.
Okay.
Garrett, get out of military affairs.
That's funny.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I just want to make you fight for it.
I have 4 victory points.
I don't care. It's funny.
Why does this happen to me every game? Everyone always beats me up even though I'm losing.
It's because you just had to go with the aggressive character.
I had no income. Everyone else started with money and income, and I started with nothing. Okay. Okay.
Is it okay?
So, family phase, starting with Lily. You still have to do things.
Oh, great. All right, I'm done.
Actually, there's no point in putting one here, is there?
Guerric, question.
What's up?
So for you and I, because we're obviously behind them, we want. I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking about this right. We want the company to succeed, correct? Like, because then they have to pay all these expenses.
Yes. I think. It's so tough in 1710 without firms as like a fallback option or something, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm trying to think through it. It's a weird.
It's kind of just bad either way. Like, I guess the hope of a fail is we could get a fail event that's really good for you and me. I don't know what it would possibly be, but
Yeah.
I don't have there's 6 cards and I don't have them
The
memorized.
Shipyards
so
one is the one that you would want.
probably.
I mean, that also wouldn't be as bad for me as it would be for Lily, so.
Ugh, man. Man, oh man. Still have a governor. Oh, maybe a reason you'd want a writer in here, Pat, would be because there's another governor that's here now, and maybe you want that governorship. Although the presidency is chosen first, so maybe that doesn't matter. Yeah, I take it back. I guess I just place officers. You're up, Luke.
You place officers, that means there's really like no way that the company doesn't fail.
Tristonian, we have had 2 blackmail cards the entire game. We went through 3 rounds without a single one coming up in the display. We just had the one I started with and haven't used. And then we just got one in the last London season, and Lily used it immediately to kick me out of military affairs.
I was gonna say the other blackmail that I could have got literally did nothing that would have benefited. It was another kick out of office, and it was like, oh, they're already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I didn't pick that one, and I picked the one that I could use to get Guerric.
Yeah, and I'll just take the 2 points. Thank you.
Okay. So we're on to hiring, it looks like. Let's spread these out. Chairman is up first. We put it to a vote. Who wants it?
I vote for Guerric.
I second the motion.
I don't want that. Lily, I'll vote for myself. I picked the lesser of the evils.
No, Shockablu, I'm pretty sure that only happens when you take the action. Yeah, whenever you enlist a writer.
Oh, no.
You'll vote for you?
I mean, this company's going down.
So now so am I basically the swing vote, Guerric or Lily?
Well,
I've got 2 for me.
Yeah, and she gets to choose ties, so it already then goes to her.
Yeah, so technically we could just all have a stalemate, and Lily defaults to chairman, which is why, like, Pat, we basically need you, me, and Luke to come to an
Well, that's why I'm like saying, like, could I not change my vote, or am I stuck with
no?
I voted for
you
myself?
could change your vote. This is pretty freeform.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, is like, do I want Lily in charge of that because of Lily being so close to me in points?
I haven't been trying to destroy the company.
It's true, you haven't been.
At the same time, she's currently your big competitor. And if the company succeeds, she gets a final retirement with the chairman, and the chairman has a +1 to the attrition roll. This is maybe actually the time to talk about the end of the game, so you know what to plan for. There's some end game scoring. It's in the top left here. We score the court, which you can kind of see over here. If the company fails, each share is worth -1 point. If the company succeeds, each one's worth 1 point. We do the power award, which I mentioned before. We'll count up how much power we each have. Whoever has the most is going to get 5 points, and whoever has the second most is going to get 2. Hidden interests aren't a thing anymore, so we will then just do final retirement if the company succeeded. We just do 1 round of retirings, same as London season, minus the prestige cards. So that's what you have to keep in mind. I think
I want to vote for you then.
I think you want the company to fail, because that hurts Lily slightly more than you.
Yeah, I'm going to vote for you, Guerric.
Okay. So that's a majority. I become chairman. Oh shit, I just realized the issue with this. Now I can't become military affairs. That was dumb. Who wants to give me consent for nepotism?
Nope. You should have gone with me. But no, you chose to do this to yourself.
All right, we'll make Lily military affairs.
Yay!
You're not gonna make me? What the heck?
Because you're gonna just take over the army. With Lily, maybe I have a chance of that not happening. All right, President of Bombay is chosen by Director of Trade. You have one option. That's me anyway. I'm Director of Trade. President of Madras is chosen by Director of Trade. I have only one option.
Governor.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
my
the
governor. Oh, y'all suck.
You did this to yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I just realized that's bad for me. Maybe I should have leave this here.
I didn't
Because,
even-
I don't know. Do I even need money? Like, because I have this still. Like, does money do anything at the end of the game?
If it can be used for the final retirement, if we have one, and if we don't, it's not used for anything. All right, President of Bengal. That can be Pat. There you go. And then Governor of Madras is chosen by its president. I consider writers and officers. I'll choose Luke. Wait, why don't we have the Hyderabad card out? This should be a thing too. This is 15. Is that before or after Madras? After. All right, so let's do Hyderabad, chosen by its president. I'll choose Luke. Congratulations, sir. You're Mr. Governor. That's hiring. We're on to chairman. Chairman can take no debt. It has £5. Let's... put 4 of it in Director of Trade and 1 of it into President of Madras. Director of Trade is going to perform an envoy action. This is funny and y'all know it. All right, it's going to open up this spot. And this extra ship should be gone. And we're going to do 1 transfer. We're going to do 2 transfer. No, actually, yeah, 2 transfer. Then Director of Shipping, you got nothing to do. Military Affairs, Lily.
All right.
Lily, make me the person in power. Screw Guerric.
Lily, I'm farther behind.
Or
Make
you.
it me.
Why would I make it you when I can make it me?
This is fair.
I just need to figure out what to do with the rest of these people.
Honestly, I don't think it matters, does it?
Guerric, you get. I'll let you guys have your own armies.
That's so sweet of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'll just give you full control of your own shit.
Okay.
That was good enough.
All right, Commander of Bombay, Luke. Would you like to
Hey,
do
we're
anything?
fighting here.
Hells yeah, you are. 2 dice.
Let's do it.
That is a catastrophic failure if I've ever seen one.
What is it? Is it 5s and 6s, or is it just 6s still?
I think it's just 5s. I think it's 5s and 6s. Let me check. Invasion.
Doesn't really, I mean, it does kind of matter, but not truly matter.
Okay.
Bombay doesn't get to do anything, so we move on to Madras. Lily?
Which one do I take over? Because I want to take over something.
You'd want to go after this, I think.
Yes. Do I want to leave anything behind? That's the question.
I think it's only on 6s.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah, Chocolate Blue, you're right. It was 1 die. For some reason, I was thinking he had 3 strength to roll with, but he did only have 2.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
How much do? Okay, is this strength 2? How many dice would I roll? It would be
5.
5. Okay. I'll take 1 of each. I'll just leave 1. I'll leave her behind.
Okay.
Okay. How many dice is that? I don't know how to. I don't know how to do this part.
However
I'm
many
not
you
good.
exhausted minus the region strength.
Okay, so
Oh, actually, this isn't a capital anymore.
uh,
It lost its empire.
okay, so I think that's 7 dice.
8 minus 2? 6?
Oh, is it 6? There's,
Oh, sorry, there's one hiding. That's why, yep.
Okay.
5, 9 minus 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Shaka Blue. I like the idea of the local alliances being right over by the army, but it's weird having them in the exhausted
This
section.
would be a horrible loss if you didn't get 1, 1, or 2.
I got 1. That's
There you
enough.
go. All right, we need to roll death checks.
Do I have to roll for my commander too?
No, you do not need to roll for your commander. I'm rolling for my own right now.
Good.
Yeah, I lost one of them.
Mine survives.
Oh.
Okay, it's only on 6s now, Lily.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, you did this region, right?
Yes.
It has a strength
So
of
it's
2,
8.
so that's 8 plus the 5.
13.
Yep.
And there was 9 people that went, so everybody gets 1.
Hmm.
And then so that's 4 remaining. How does
So
that
you
work
get
with the
six.
remaining?
3
So you
remaining
get
by
6
my
and you
count.
choose who gets the 1 extra.
Oh, right. Sorry, it's 10 because of my commander.
Yeah, you count your commander. So it's 3 remaining, so
It's
you just get the
10.
remaining 3.
Woo!
So you get 6, and we each get
Nice.
1. Or Luke and I get 1, I should say. And the regiments just eat it.
That's unfortunate.
I believe Luke did roll for his officer.
I
Shuttle
did.
Blue. Yeah.
That is what this is.
Yeah, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Okay, that's that. Now we do governors. Luke, governor of Madras.
I don't. Part of me's like, should I try to tax and keep the company afloat? Just, how many expenses are there? There's a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 23, 24, 25, 26, 26. If I rolled 8, so it'd be 16 with 10. Still fails, right?
What are you trying to do?
Or I guess I mean, Guerric, could we keep the company afloat if I tax and
Do we want to?
I feel like we do though, because they need to pay their keep their people and that hurts them if they fail. Because if we keep it up, they have to pay all these.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right.
You make a good point.
Okay, I'm gonna tax.
That's not a roll.
Okay. So I'm at 1, 2, taxing again. So we are at 4 now, Guerric.
4 in the company.
Yep.
Hey, there you go.
I'm going.
No,
for
you
it.
should not go for it.
No, okay, no, go for it. Okay, well, wait, I'll stop. This isn't rolling.
All right,
then-
governor of Hyderabad.
Okay, tax.
Oh, you rolled 1 extra dice.
Oh yeah, it's only a dice pool of 3.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So I'm moving this back down to 6. Because, no, he rolled... I guess he rolled 2, but he rolled...
Yeah, why don't you roll the 3 again, Luke,
Yeah, I can
for
roll the
honesty's
3.
sake?
I'm moving this back to 6 then.
Yep. That's success.
Okay.
All right. That's
Wow.
success. And then you should probably leave it there.
Yep, yeah, I will.
Okay. That's our governors. On to the president of Madras. President's going to sail to 2 regions for $4. Or for $5, 4 dice, I mean. All right, that's a success. So it's going to be 12 for the company. 22. Pat, do you want to use the office holders bonus?
Yeah, I'll take the 2.
Oh, that is the How many unrests did you do, Luke?
That would be 6. There'd be
total?
3 in each. Yeah.
Okay, so we need 4 unrest. Getting tired. I'm getting sloppy. Okay. Commander of Bengal is going to do nothing. So then we're just going to move on to bonuses.
Okay, I take 1, 2, 3. Because of the law. Each governor
Yeah,
takes
Hayes,
1.
that's why I took 4 and not 6. Because he did 6 taxes.
And the first ones don't count.
Yeah. All right. Revenue. The company owes 1, 2, 3, 7.
Yeah.
21 by my count.
Oh, yes! Look at those tax actions.
We do not meet expectations, so it falls 1. All right. Events in India. Let's see if we can survive events.
Are all the laws
yes.
active? Are all the
That's
laws
so
active
good.
at all times?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we need to roll storms for those 2 ships. Diligence and the Eliza. Those are both Lily, if you want to roll those.
Yeah.
All right, so both dead.
Mm-hmm.
Probably doesn't matter. Actually, definitely doesn't matter. All right, 1 event. It's a turmoil in Bengal, which super doesn't matter. Parliament meets. Industry subsidy.
Perfect.
That kind of super doesn't matter. Let's try another one. Calico Acts. That also kind of super doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's check the third one. Governor General. None of these matter.
The power does matter if you did that one.
Yeah, it does. Okay, we are going to vote for industry subsidy and attempt to tax shipyards and window taxes. Starts at -3. I will throw... Do I have anything floating out there? No, okay, so I'm going to vote 3, 4 and toss $1 behind it.
I'm gonna vote 6 against.
Luke, this is how we make them lose victory points.
But I lose a lot too from this as well. Well, do I actually wait a second? Wait. Before I vote, actually.
Oh, actually, you know what? I would have to pay a 2 for this, which means I should just toss another 2 behind it.
Let's look.
So you
I
paid
have to
3
pay.
to... Okay.
And tax shipyards.
Yep.
So I had to pay 6. Am I right in that, Guerric?
I'm seeing. Oh no, wait. You're green. I'm only seeing. Oh yeah. That
Yep.
6 for you. 6 for you. That's great.
But that's for Lily is. I mean that for both of them.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm voting 4. Yeah, I'm voting 4.
Hells yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm paying 7. You're paying 6. It's not any worse for me than it is for you.
I think this hurts me the most out of anybody.
But
Yeah.
the fact that I can pay for my upkeep and it will hurt you all for paying for your upkeep of keeping those things.
I think it really just kills me. I think this just kills my game because I can't keep anything if I have to pay it twice.
I mean, technically, I can't either. I can't even afford.
Oh wait, I can't do
Garric,
it. Oh wait, expenses. Oh wait, I
Are you
don't pay for
making
expenses.
Lily vote for this?
Yeah, Lily's voting for.
Yeah, I don't have a choice, so I'm gonna just sit here in the corner and cry.
Oh, this is going to pass.
Would you like to vote against it, Pat?
7, 8.
I mean, 1, 2, 3.
We don't have to pay expenses for the last time because that happens in the London season, right?
No, we do, because it's right before you do.
It's
I
Cole
thought
said
the game ends.
Cole said it's supposed to be in refresh like several updates ago.
Ugh.
You should have to pay for it.
Okay, so you guys just wanted me to completely fail, so I'm losing.
I mean, it's
12
not just
points.
you. We're
Thank
both
you.
out. We both
yeah,
lose.
it's happening to both of you.
Because that's cool. I mean, I vote against, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Spend all of your money.
Wait. I spent all my money to make it 0.
Zero
Fuck it,
is a
Lily can
pass
win.
though.
What?
It
Doesn't matter.
It was clear on
It
the other
doesn't
one.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have to pay 8 for the first one, so then I have to pay 6 for the second one. So best I could even only keep one of them.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. It
Good
passes.
game, everybody.
It
I'm out.
passes. So taxing all shipyards and windows.
Oh, all shipyards and windows? Oh, then I've been out
Yeah.
a long time ago.
That's what I mean. Like, I have 0 money off of that. I'm actually -1 right now.
I am at -2. What do I do?
Yeah.
I actually don't know. We've
Okay,
never
well,
had
I'm
windows
gonna
hit this hard.
I will have to, I'll just retire. I can't pay for that one, so I'm gonna just back it out. And then when it hits again, I'll just have to let everything else go. I will be at 0 points.
Tristonian, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Window taxes.
No, I mean, like once it hits London season and I have to do expenses, I literally lose everything. So, good job.
Can I choose to not pay for stuff to
avoid it, but you'd have to basically remove it, which is why I removed the one.
That's
I had here.
fine. I will remove stuff. I'm okay with that. Can I choose to not pay immediately for taxes and just let it go?
No, you have to pay for window taxes.
No. I want to know the rule because if I don't have to pay for taxes, I'm okay. I will let stuff
I mean,
drop.
if it's for the vote, you have to pay for the taxes right now. This stuff you have to for what the law, you have to pay that.
What if you can't? I physically cannot pay it.
Yeah, I physically can't.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Like I literally am at -2. I cannot pay anything with that.
I actually don't know where window taxes are in the rulebook. I have no clue.
Here, give me 1 second. I was trying to get it up. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Tristonian, we're still on the window tax for the law. We're not even on like paying expenses yet. And that's why I'm confused. I
I
don't
declare bankruptcy and I leave. Thank you, Choco Blue.
If you can't pay the tax on windows, you lose the item or prize?
Yeah,
I
that
believe
makes
you.
sense.
I just don't know where it is in the rulebook. But I believe you.
Can I choose to lose everything instead of paying money? That's the next question we were asking.
Yeah.
Oh, you're asking if you can just lose it. Oh, here it is. Parliament meets window tax.
Can we actively choose to lose it because I cannot pay for any of it?
No, it says must, and then if you cannot, you
Well, then me and Lily have no points.
Yeah.
Have fun calculating your points. Hey, it makes the end of the game easy. I don't gotta calculate anything. Woo! I'm at 4.
I'm at 0.
Wait, I'm at 5. I lied. I'm at 5. I got.
Oh, wait, now I got
wives.
1. I got 1.
All right.
Oh,
You guys
I
have
just-
fun doing math.
Woo!
I'm gonna
good
go
news
brush my
is-
teeth. Have fun doing math.
the good news
My
is
bad!
I screwed up and I'm losing mine as well. So there's that at least.
No, there's nothing like that. You don't get to say anything. You don't get to say shit, sir.
Okay.
Window taxes on page
Yeah, page 34.
34. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone paid their window taxes, it sounds like, and lost their stuff. We go to refresh, pay final expenses, which is where I screwed up. I can't pay mine. I got overzealous on voting,
I can pay mine.
which is annoying because I didn't need to throw my $2 at it. So that's just me being silly. Okay. Pat and Lily just lose everything. Yep. Pat can't pay anything.
There's no reason to roll for anything at the end of this.
Congrats for giving the game to Luke, Guerric. I hate you. I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. No, I'm gonna sleep in the car. I'm gonna fucking leave the house.
Power award.
Well, then I'll roll for my final retirements because this could actually.
We also gotta score the court, which just lowers Lily by 2 and everyone else by 1.
Neither
so
of these will retire.
effectively.
Wait, what? Did the company fail?
They didn't fail.
Oh no, it didn't fail. So it's one. It's
Why
1
are you
point for
lowering
everyone.
things then? Why do you want to take more from me?
Okay. So power award. How much power do people have?
We do get points though for those shares, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we awarded them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I should have.
Well, you can always count.
11.
Yeah, you can count. There should be. It's pretty obvious where everything is.
Power wise, what is it? 2.
I have 14 power.
Yeah, you have way more. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so that's 5 points for me. And we need to know who has second most, actually.
I have 4.
I have 3.
Pat has 3.
Wait, what?
No, he doesn't. I'm counting wrong. He's got 1.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm counting wrong.
Okay.
Lily, you have 3.
I have
Oh,
4.
you have 4. Yeah. Okay, so you have
Thank
more
you very
than
much.
Luke?
Yep, she does.
All right, so you get the 2 points.
Still in last.
All right, and then that is it. Oh no, Luke needs to roll final retirement, I guess.
I didn't get it. I rolled both
Okay.
of them, and it didn't.
There you go. There you go.
Wow, I've never seen that happen with the window tech stuff.
Wow.
Good
Goodbye.
job, Guerric.
In my defense, if I had
No, I listened to no defense.
if I had not spent that 2 overzealously, I would be at 10, which
Lily
is close. It's close. Hey, let's see what our consequence of failure would have been.
Are you done stating your defense? Because I left.
Oh no, that would have been salt on the wound.
Guerric would have been wrecked.
Yeah.
Man, just one
I mean,
more.
Guerric gave you more of a chance. Honestly, this was the right way to go.
No,
What
I
sucks
agree.
is that had you just gotten one less fucking roll
Yeah.
on the governor rolls, had you got one less roll,
Hey, that was the best way though. I went for the big old push and I got it. So.
And this was my only shot. Like I said, like if I just talked it over with you guys and known that I could get you to vote for, like this, I would have ended here, which was way better than anything else I was gonna do.
okay, had I not even thought about I didn't know that was a thing because it's never
Right,
happened the
right.
entire game. I wouldn't have been spending money on these shitty ones. I just would have been defending this one with money.
Yeah,
Well, and
that's
that's
fair.
where
Because had I spent one less, had I bought one, retired one less person, I would have 8 more points right now. I would be
Same.
14. I'd be
I
here.
will say, Pat, window taxes have barely ever been a thing.
This
in
is
our game.
literally-
Yeah, well, now I'm
literally
gonna be
the first
petrified
time.
of them every time I play this game. Just so you know.
I think this is the reason why they're in the game is that this thing could happen.
Right. This is literally the only time I've seen this happen.
And it was devastating, where it just sent everyone to the poorhouses.
I just
Well,
I
hey,
had no money.
that's John Company.
It is John Company.
Also, rolling the fucking storm, and I rolled a 5 and 6 on both of my guys. So
Yeah.
that got rid of 2 gold. That would have at least saved me 2 points. I
Yeah.
don't know enough anyway, but
But no, I get it.
well, good game, everyone.
so many bad rolls at the end.
Nope, it wasn't. Bye. I
Yeah,
left once. I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, bye.
have a good night, Lily.
No, I'm just kidding. Good game.
I should go to bed though.
Yeah, I know people need to go to bed. I want, for the sake of the stream, to go over deregulation and firms real quick, but you guys do not need to stick around for that.
Okay.
If you guys want to just take off.
I'll jump off, but thanks for playing,
right.
everyone. And
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the streamers, hope you enjoyed this entertaining window tax stream.
This is the team
Get out of here,
stream hiding window tax for frickin' sure. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
It was a
Good
good
night.
first game. I'm just sad because I thought I was winning.
Yeah, you were winning. You were winning.
You were
God.
winning until Guerric decided he wanted Luke to win over you.
It was my only chance. I'm sorry.
Yes, but
It's
I will
fine.
state, calculating it out, you could have saw that you would have still lost. So
No,
therefore,
it's fine.
you chose
I'll just
Luke.
steal victory en route from him next time by rolling threes nonstop again. It's fine.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's fair.
All right.
Have a good night. Thanks for the game. Thanks
Yep.
for introducing me to this. It's actually really fun.
It is
I'm glad
really
I did.
fun. It is really fun. I'm glad you
Glad you
enjoyed
joined
it.
us, Pat.
Yeah.
Yep. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Wait, where's Discord? Bye, guys.
All right, chat. It's just you and me now. So before we go, I wanted to talk about the stuff we didn't cover. So this is more comprehensive. Deregulation and firms are not a thing in the base 1710, obviously, but in 1758, 1813, or 1710 campaign, they all factor in. And the way they work is... Where'd I put the card? Here it is. When the company is in these shaded spots, either the standing and or the debt, the prime minister may call the deregulation vote up for a vote at the end of the round. It's like after refresh or something, or maybe right before London season. It's a very odd timing, but they can call it to a vote. Its initial support is at +2 if a single one of the tracks are on the space, or +5 if both of them are. If the vote fails, then what happens is you adjust the value of company shares. So they're worth 2 on company success and -2 on company failure. And on a future turn, you could bring deregulation back up to vote. If it were to fail again, that can go up to 3 -3, at which point it maxes out. But you can still bring it back up for a vote. If it ever succeeds, you will deregulate. You reset the company standing to the S space. You will clear half of the company debt, and players may now open firms, which are these things over here. The way firms work is during the firms phase, which is split into 2 sections, 2 halves. In the first half, a player may open a firm by investing, which they can do either using shares or workshops. When you invest a share, you flip it over. It loses its bonus income. It loses its potential VP on company failure. And it is only worth votes and power at that point. You will take a firm, you will take a share, and the firm is now open for business. Alternatively, instead of investing with a workshop, you could do it with a share from the court of directors, unless company standing or debt is in these spaces, in which case it costs 2 shares from the court of directors. But otherwise, it works the same. You just remove them, you get a share in the firm, and it becomes open for business. You can broker future investments the same way, either from yourself or from other players, so long as you have the approval of all the shareholders of the firm. Again, investing with workshops or shares from the court, taking shares. Shares are worth 1 VP each at the end of the game. If the the firm's value reaches this space, they're worth nothing if it's on this space, or -1 if it's here. They only ever max out at 1 per. Boop, boop, boo. And the way firms work and the way this moves up is in the second half of the firm phase, we do firm strategy. Everyone will secretly pick a C to sail to, as well as how much money they're going to allocate to it. Actually, I should talk about the money now. Hold up. Firms have 2 treasuries. This is where things get a little funky. They have an India treasury and a London treasury. When you form the firm, they get money in the London treasury. £5 per investment that they ever get. London treasury can be spent on sailing and on purchasing ships. Purchasing ships works just like the company does, except you can also purchase from the company. You can purchase it from a player for £3, or you can purchase it from the company for £3. And if you do that, you put money into shipping to replace it. You place it onto this track. You spend your money. So there's that. When you go on to the firm strategy phase, you determine where you're going to sail, how much you're going to spend. And then when we get through the turn sequence to the relevant location, after the president rolls to sail or chooses not to sail, all firms that chose that location will reveal themselves. Boop, boop, boop. They will make a roll using one die per money they chose to spend on the sale. And then you compare the number of successes of everybody who rolled to sail in that region, the presidency and any firms. And whoever has the most successes sails first. Firms can fill this many orders listed on this track correlating to the number of boats they have. And then, anyone else who fills orders that were already filled get half value. Whatever money your firm makes goes to its India treasury. And then after the sale, we continue on until we get to revenue. And in revenue, firms pay expenses and do dividends and stuff before the company does. Their expenses are whatever the rightmost boat space where they have a ship is, plus the rightmost revealed share space. I forgot to mention how that's not the right disc. Oh, I deleted them. There's little yellow discs that are supposed to be in the mod, and I deleted them like a fool. I'll talk about how this moves in a moment. So yeah, you pay expenses equal to the most revealed red numbers added together. You can pay from either treasury, and then after paying expenses, you may choose to pay dividends. Dividends can be paid from the India treasury, by my recollection. It's been a minute. Let me check that. Firm dividends. Yeah, India treasury. And the way it works is each share that a player holds gets paid £1 of the dividend. However, on a per share basis, a player may choose not to take the dividend. And what that means is if you have a number that does not match the number of shares that are out there, you could come to an agreement to pay out the full treasury if people choose not to accept some of the dividends. So say in this example, I had 2 shares of Tilbury and Luke had 1, and we had 7 in the treasury. I could pay out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, no problem. That would be 2 for me twice and 1 for Luke twice. And then this last one, I could say, hey, Luke, I'll give you my, decide how I vote if you say that your share won't pay out and my share won't pay out, so I'll get the last one. We could do something like that. Pretty simple. Let's see, and actually this is where the rules are now different. I just forgot that the rules got updated. I shouldn't have agreed to do this. For each dividend, whoever is the manager of the firm will gain £1. And firm manager should record the total amount of cash paid out in dividends by placing the firm's dividend marker on the company balance track. And that will help determine the special retirement. Yeah, there's no more manager bonus in how it used to be. Now they get £1 per dividend they pay out. And the special retirement is slightly different. And that's where I didn't bother to read up the rules besides like the quick summary that Cole did when he talked about it. All right, yeah. Here's how special retirements work. So during the London season, each player with at least one firm share may take a single retirement using a piece from their supply instead of a pensioner. And the total amount of money that may be spent for the retirement cannot exceed the value of the highest firm dividend payout, among which they own a share. So that's right. I remember reading that. Ooh. So what that's just saying is if you were to, in the situation we had before where I paid out a dividend of 3, a dividend of 3, and a dividend of 1, that's actually a terrible example because that's not really enough to do anything great. But effectively, that means we would have everyone who has a firm share of Tilbury would be able to make a retirement of 3 or less from their supply during the London season, which means you could just go to the 2 space and try to get a prestige card in our case. But of course, if the dividend had been, 4 and 2 or something, then we could actually go for money, for value, for victory points. That's what I should say. That's not so bad. All right, and then after dividends, you transfer all the money from the India Treasury to the London Treasury, which is now officially a rule. It used to be unclear whether that was intended or not. So a couple other things to mention. The company value, I forgot to mention this before. When the company sales, for every $6 it makes from trading in India, you will advance this disk 1 space to the right. If it ever goes under a space with a share, you will just discard that share from the game, which will increase, your expenses. It will also increase your power reward. At the end of the game, each player who has shares in a firm will gain the power reward for having any number of shares of that firm. It's not per share, it's just for having any number of shares. So these are worth 1 power for me. This is worth 1 power for Luke. Yeah, I don't know how much merging and dissolving is important, but I should probably mention it. You can merge and dissolve firms. Boop, boop, boop. You can obviously have up to 3 firms. And actually, I don't remember if a firm dissolves, you're not allowed to reform it, right? That's how it used to work. I can't remember if that changed or not. Dissolution. Dissolving a firm, page XXX. That's not helpful. Yeah, okay, it still does that. I couldn't remember if it still returned to the box. So yeah, if a firm ever can't pay its expenses, then it's just dissolved. It's removed from the game. That's 1 less firm that you get to play with. Take your toys and go home. However, you can perform emergency investments at the time of paying expenses. You can just broker investments the same way you would during the firm phase. But any cash that would go to the London Treasury that's left over after paying your investments just nulls out. You don't get to keep anything left over, and you lower your firm value by 1. Or you can negotiate an emergency merger. And the way mergers work, which these feel almost like vestigial rules, but they are a thing. You can combine firms. And the way it works is you must have the full consent of every shareholder of both firms. The highest value firm will be the primary firm. And in the case of a tie, the players involved will pick. Secondary firms will have their shares and charters returned to the supply, to the box. And then shareholders in the secondary firm are granted shares from the primary firm or from those held by the current shareholders, as long as the total number of shares in the primary firm does not exceed that of the sum of shares belonging to the primary secondary firms prior to merger. So, hey, I can become famous. So it's really just as simple as you combine the assets of whichever firm is being dissolved, and the primary firm hands out shares to make up for it, unless you negotiate for fewer shares to be handed out or something. It's really not complicated. It works the way it should. There's also rules for a hostile takeover. If you somehow allow people to have a majority of a firm's shares, you can take the firm from its manager. I don't know if that sentence made sense. If I'm getting tired. If someone who is not the manager has the majority of shares or gets consent from the majority of shares from other people, then you can take over the firm from the manager. That's an option. And then storms, it's important to mention. Firms do roll for ship death. When the storm die rolls the sea zone, that matches where they chose to sail that round. And that might be it. That might be it. I don't know. Chat, you guys have anything that I should say that I forgot about? Besides you, Deadmo. I don't want to become famous. Get out of here. Yeah, they can no sail. I figured that was self-evident because it's on the thing. Nobody does it. It's just weird. It's good that it's there, but nobody does it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Sad we didn't see more blackmails. Or company failure. I don't know. That's a teach. It'll probably be irrelevant in a couple weeks. But hey, it's here. It's something. I don't see anything else I should mention. I can't think of anything else I should teach. So we'll probably just call it. Unless somebody mentions something in the next, 60 seconds. Yeah, nothing in the updates I see. So yeah. Let's look at another fail card. Shareholders blameless. Treat the value of company shares as if the company had been successful. That's kind of cool. Tristonian, I didn't explicitly teach it. We kind of went over it during the game because I think it happened. No, it almost happened, but it didn't happen. Maybe it did happen. I mean, assuming you're referring to, well, okay, so there's there's Imperial Ambitions, which is relatively new. It was added 2 weeks ago. And then there's just the fact that Crisis was simplified, which we didn't have any attacks against the company. But I think we resolved a couple of rebellions that followed the new rules during the game. Honestly, I don't remember that section enough to tell you exactly how it's different, besides knowing that Rebellion doesn't consider the whole empire anymore. I'm pretty sure that's new. Pretty sure. Yeah, and I don't want to scroll through here and try to find Cole's comment where he talks about it. Yeah, I think that's just going to be it. I mean, the reality is anyone who plays this is going to need to check the rulebook for the events anyway. They're just complicated enough. You can't do them just by a teach. Yeah, I can go over the ambition. We did it last stream. We struggled with it because the rulebook was wrong. And I can't remember if it happened this game, but yeah, the way ambition works is just that if you resolve a successful invasion crisis, so you do a crisis event that is an invasion and it's successful, then the elephant's not going to teleport to whatever the top of the deck is. It's going to go to the capital of the empire that just invaded, and it's going to it will first try to match the shape of the crisis event. Then it will rotate clockwise And if there is an instance where all the neighbors are dominated, you place the elephant on the border, matching the shape of the elephant redirect icon, but facing the capital. So it turns it from an attempted invasion to an attempted rebellion for the next crisis. Which actually isn't complicated. We only ever struggled with it because the rulebook was confusing, which, it's not done. So that's why. Yeah, we're going to call it there. I'm tired. Time for bed. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We will have more John Company next week, or at least certainly some more Woolly Wednesday. Probably John Company, though. Look at this cool stuff. We got to try it out. But until then, have a great night. Have a great week. We'll see you then. Catch you later. Have a good night. I'm back.